Oh my gosh, we're live on the internet.
Hello,
What?
Internet.
Speak for yourself.
Uh,
Hmm.
we're existing on the internet. There we go.
That's my alive noise.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, it's
Did
been a
it.
while, internet. Hello. How are you?
Hello.
Hold the line, people. Don't sell GameStop.
That's right. Diamond hands,
That's right.
everyone.
That's right.
Diamond hands.
Diamond hands. I just had to throw that out. That was like the most recent thing I've heard about recently in regards to internet stuff.
We'll be talking about stocks tonight. I love them. No, tonight we're.
Just remember not to take any of our advice. We're all terrible.
That's right.
Don't call the SEC on us.
That's right. Gosh.
Yeah, you fucking call the Southeast Conference on us. I don't give a shit.
That's the one I was talking about.
You didn't hear this from me, guys.
Yeah.
Your Dogecoin is actually making some progress. It's incredible.
I just love the stock.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Stonks.
stock.
Chicken stock?
Yes. No, tonight we're playing. This is Tales from Mauxferry, and tonight we'll be playing Godbound by Kevin Crawford. I'm Josh Long. It's been a while. You can find me at Evil DM Josh, and you can find other great shows like our newest show on the network, Dames and Dragons, at Geekspective.com. Yeah. If you don't know about Dames and Dragons, they are a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition podcast of comedy and great storytelling. You should all check it out. And with that, let's go to my left, Brother John.
Hey, I'm Brother John. You can find me fighting the system at Monochrome Guy at Twitter or at that Jar. I'm sorry if I don't sound crazy good because part of fighting the system is getting my benefits to get my teeth yanked. And so I'm dealing with that right now, and I'm very tired, and that's the end for me. Also, I play Brimstone, Red Dragon Man, and he punches a lot of things, and that's all I got. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm so tired.
Right below Amber.
Hey, it's Amber, also known as Rocket Orca, and I don't know. I'm also tired, but that's whatever. This is gonna be a hard game, guys. It's been a year since it's almost been a year since everything has happened in the world. It's been 2 months since we've played. I don't know what's happening anymore. Yeah, I play Milana. She's a pixie that's half dead and apparently is the fairy Mima to a bunch of orphan children, of which is a 35-year-old man. So yeah, that's what I got going on in game. Okay, bye.
Freaking Todd. Right below that, taking a swig, Dave.
Hey, everybody. Hey, this is Dave. You know, I'm carrying the energy for the group right now. I would just like to reach out to our listeners, streamers, all the people that support us. We're kind of doing a fundraiser tonight for Brother John, who was viciously attacked by a group of like violent people in some kind of a professional, organized manner. We don't know what happened. We're still looking into it. But you know, reach into your wallet, reach into your heart, support a struggling artist tonight. Thank you. You can find me on Twitter at Steady Minotaur. I am at 26 followers on Twitter. If I can hit 30, I will give it.
Quarter of 100.
Yeah. Even
Damn.
more, yeah.
Yeah.
If I can hit 30, I will give a special shout out to my Dirty 30.
I just don't give a shit. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, I will give a shit about that 30th one. The rest, I play Newek. I think he's a Minotaur. He does some cool shit. He's the mayor of Monsterville. My 13-year-old son listened to the dinner out in Monsterville and loves it and consistently quotes that episode to me now. And he does a really good impression of Chris as the Threekin. It was not an appropriate episode for a 13-year-old. Just throwing that out there. But
I'm just more appalled that he's 13.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
God,
Really.
he is a man now.
Dog.
He can probably
I mean,
grow a better
he's-
mustache
he's-
than I can.
You know what? He can. He fucking can, Chris. Oh God, that man. I don't know. Newek, he's a Minotaur. He's the mayor of Monsterville. He's the godbound of Endurance, Might, and Sword. He does some cool shit around here, and he's gonna bust some fuckers out of jail tonight.
We're in jail?
No, we'll get to that. Don't
Oh,
worry.
Okay.
No, you are in jail too. Psych.
Twist, you're all in jail, just like in the final episode of Seinfeld.
To my right, Chris.
What's up? I'm Chris, and I play Azrael, and I don't exist anywhere else on the internet.
Except in your heart.
The way to be. It's the way to
No.
be.
Chris is the real one fighting the system.
Except for
Yeah.
the obsessive amount
Yes.
of social media I consume. Yes.
What form does that take, though?
YouTube and Reddit.
Oh, the two cesspools.
It's the
I mean,
Coke and-
honestly, it's all
the Coke-
cesspools.
It's
Oh,
the
yes.
Coke and Mentos of social media.
Ah, yes.
I mean, it could be
Social
if he had said 8chan and Facebook, I would have been like, oh, get
Oh
that
yeah.
out.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Fair
think
point.
I think 4chan does still take that title.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Reddit's like a close second or third, though.
I don't know if
I got banned for. I don't know how I got my Reddit account's just gone.
What? Is it gone?
It's gone.
Yeah.
I don't. It's like this account is suspended, and I'm like, what did I do? I do nothing on Reddit.
Amber, you need to lay it off with the offensive content on Reddit.
I'm sorry.
No more goblins.
Don't
on
apologize to me. Apologize to Reddit.
I'm not gonna apologize to Reddit.
They do not deserve it. Don't apologize
Yeah.
to them.
And last but not least, John.
I may accept the least. That would be fine with me.
Oh.
I am.
Do not do that.
I am. Yeah, I'm out on the interwebs, even less than usual right now. So, Crossways GM Twitter handle, blah blah blah. Gerlach, the Skulk assassin, murder god. Actually, my life has been consumed by trying to find a house to move into with my mother-in-law, or more importantly, finding a house for my mother-in-law. And I thought we had one lined up, and the next door neighbor's last name was Gerlach, but that house
That
fell
would've been-
through. So it seemed like it was meant to
Thank
be,
God.
but it did fall through because we probably
I
would've
was
gotten
already
murdered.
worried about that, actually.
Would have been just, hi, I'm your neighbor. I'm here to give you a welcoming present.
What's your
Blade.
alter ego's name?
Matthias.
Matthias Cromwell.
Cromwell.
Matthias.
Yeah. They come over like, hi, Matthias.
Yes.
Gerlach. And then you'd be
I'm
like,
Matthias. This is my son, Matthias. No! Run away.
Oh man.
No, life is interesting.
life is like a hurricane. Okay, I gotta stop singing or else we'll get
Oh, yeah.
content
We're gonna get
copyright.
banned from
Yeah.
Twitch.
Yep.
Just like you did from
I love
Reddit.
that theme song.
Greatest theme song, I think.
So one other thing to call out. There
Was
right below John. There's blessings and curses. You can donate 100 bits. Right below, right, and depending on who you give it to, they can use for every 100 bits they get a tithing, and they can use 1 tithing to get a hit point back, 3 tithings to get advantage on any roll, and 5 tithings to get another one of those powers. I forget what they're called.
Basically, you're buying us cheap moves, and it's great. We love
That's
them here.
right.
I don't remember
Brother
this
John
game
needs
at
a few
all.
hit points back in real life, so please
That's right.
give him some bits.
So the one that needs the tiniest most is me, of course. I only have 5. Then we have Gerlach with 5, Azure with 10, Milana with 10, Brimstone with 5, and Nuek
I
with
get
4.
10.
What?
Nobody likes me. What is this?
Maybe you haven't had to use yours.
Yeah,
That's the
probably.
problem.
It's
Yeah.
true. I don't think I've rolled it. If we haven't played in 2 months, I haven't rolled a dice in at least 5.
Wow.
Die.
Maybe.
I don't know. I think
Because there's been a couple of sessions, Josh, where we did not.
No.
Like, we just talked.
every single session there's been at least 1 die roll. I think last session there was 3 die roll.
Is that your minimum? Is
Whoa.
that your minimum criteria?
It's at least
Someone
1.
has-
Yep.
someone
Because
has
one.
if we're not rolling at least 1 die, it's not a game. It's just role playing.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. It's just LARPing.
Gotcha. Exactly. And
It's not even LARPing because we're not truly embodying our characters.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lure
Speak for
Gerlach.
yourself.
Could you imagine us LARPing this? Like we have Josh
Oh,
running around with a camera and just like following us around.
Yes. Oh God. Yes.
I would change characters.
If we cross over to LARP, Chris is like, nope, I can't do this. I can't be Azrael.
Azrael would.
As an option,
Chris is
what's
like,
his
I'm going
face?
back to Bug.
Who's the actor who's supposed to be all super like edgy in Suicide Squad? Who's supposed to be the Joker? He's the
Jared
Joker.
Leto.
Jared.
Oh,
Leto.
Jared Leto, yeah.
Azrael is a Jared
God,
Leto
that is-
character.
God, he kind of is.
Yeah. And the
That's a
method
good way to
acting
think
he
of
would
it,
do would
actually.
be horrifying.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about who would play Gerlach in this.
Oh, this is a fun game.
No,
Yeah.
they would just
I
it
would,
would just be a
think
Muppet completely encased.
Oh,
in
that would be
shadow.
hilarious. Like Gerlach's the only Muppet in the entire.
I'm
I don't
I
know.
am a CGI character.
I don't know why.
like
I thought,
I think Stephen Merchant could play Gerlach.
That's probably true.
Who did the voice?
He's got
for
the build
Smeagol?
for it.
Andy.
Andy
Yeah.
Andy Serkis, yeah.
for some reason I was kind of laughing
Yeah,
at
that's a good
myself
choice,
thinking
too.
that it's Willem Dafoe because of like his
I almost
performance as
said
Green
Willem
Goblin.
Dafoe. Yeah.
Like just a
I
bad
was thinking
guy.
about his role in several movies. I was
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
Willem Dafoe might be a good Gerlach.
He
Yeah,
does
maybe
do
s-
a pretty good.
Yeah, I can
Reaper.
see that.
Maybe
And he's-
CGI him up a little bit, you know. To get
Yeah,
that
but I mean he
gonkiness
gets
a little bit
pretty
more.
gaunt anyway. So.
Yeah, just make him maybe a little more gaunt.
Have you
Yeah.
seen The Lighthouse? Because
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
whew, that
it
is a
good?
movie that is not rewatchable. You watch it once and you walk away from it going, I feel dirty.
What are you talking about? I
gotta
watched it
take
like
a
3
bath.
times. It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. It's just, and William Dafoe's in it, and so is Robert Pattinson, the Twilight
the
guy.
new Batman.
It's it's a mind fuck.
I'm
Check
gonna
it
have to
out.
watch it.
I liked it. I'll never watch it again.
I don't watch movies.
I know you don't.
Oh, Jesus.
You remember the
Christ.
old days where you used to go out to
Movies.
these giant rooms stuffed with people packed
No.
shoulder to shoulder, and then you would all eat popcorn together and look at a film.
Nope, not gonna ever
Seems
do
so
that
each
again.
other.
crazy.
That,
Yeah.
The last one was Star Wars with y'all.
Star Wars,
I
yeah.
think mine was Detective Pikachu. No, I don't remember what it was.
Hmm.
No, it was Knives Out. Knives Out was the last one I saw.
Ooh,
which is
that was a
also
good
That's
movie
a good,
too.
that's a
Very
good one.
good movie.
Yeah, that's a good
My
one.
last
And,
my last
Public
one was
Cinema.
Onward with the kiddos.
Oh, that's a good one too. I liked it.
I would. Love
Yeah,
to
we
see
caught
that.
it like right on the crest of COVID, and like we were the only ones in the theater. And it was a whole weird experience. The kids like just cherish to this day. Oh.
So I'm going back to our casting call for our characters.
Yes, please, let's do this.
I think Newak would be Clancy. What's his last name that was in Highlander and the Clancy Brown? They played
thought
the
you-
Tom Clancy.
All I
Rainbow
could think
Six.
of. All I could think of was Sean Connery.
no, he was the bad guy. The Kurgan.
Brosen?
I have no idea.
Clancy Brown. I'm pretty sure his name is Clancy Brown, but I could be wrong.
Oh, yeah. I think
I was
gonna
gonna say Dave Bautista.
Yes.
I
No,
was
that
just-
would be good,
Ooh, that
too.
would be good too.
But I mean, that's awfully charismatic for Newak. I don't know.
Well, I
mean-
mean, yeah.
It could also be.
It is Clancy Brown. You were correct.
He was
Nope.
in something else recently that I watched. I can't remember what the heck it was.
I think. I keep thinking Brimstone as the Rock.
Oh yeah, that's
Yes.
appropriate.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll buy that.
The Rock was a little.
Yeah, that's
think-
absolutely it.
And the only thing from a lot I can think of that would even be close would probably be like someone like Aubrey Plaza,
Ooh, that'd be good.
but
That's a good choice.
Shrunk down like Tinkerbell sized.
yeah,
Mhm.
and not as funny.
They can do that stuff now.
Yeah, they just snap CGI.
Oh yeah, or forced perspective, you know.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. mhm.
Okay. Now that everyone's casted.
I think Alana would be like Rebel Wilson.
Wait, we didn't get Newak.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, who
Clancy
was
it could be-
Brown or
Clancy-
Dave,
okay, okay,
Dave
Oh.
Bautista.
Okay. Okay, yeah, now that we have everyone casted.
So I was going to name for like a Newak if it was like any person, you know, alive or past. I would say Andre the Giant would be good for Newak. In my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or
That
like
would've been
classic, like Conan era Arnold would be good
Yeah.
with like zero charisma and yeah.
Absolutely. So,
Wait. We haven't cast Josh.
oh, wait.
Oh, Josh is.
We need a
just
good voice.
disembodied
Oh, the
voice.
Quentin
narrator?
Tarantino. He'd be our Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, like a narrator. Yeah.
He's not Quentin Tarantino
Josh
though.
would, Josh would
No,
be
but
in
he's the director. The director
Yeah.
of Quentin Tarantino.
and like how Quentin Tarantino doesn't he usually have a character within his own movies that he plays
sometimes does, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he
It's
almost
It's a
always
vampire
does.
movie that's in the desert.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
yeah.
He was in that.
And he was in Pulp Fiction. Listen,
Poor
the
Josh.
coffee. I know I have good coffee.
The only constants of Quentin Tarantino movies are himself and feet.
And violence.
Oh, right.
And violence and just like just over the top everything in some way. Yeah.
So I mean, not really that far a stretch, I guess.
That's right. Just subtract feet and you got it.
I'll make sure to put more Milan on the feet in the last of these episodes.
I don't even want to think about.
They're
those
basically not even there. They're
Yeah,
just like little
well,
nubbins at
she's
this
got little
point.
she's got little atrophied legs, but like, do you think
Yeah.
she clips her own toenails? No.
Oh hell no.
No.
Well, she
No.
doesn't walk, so why would she need to clip anything? The little toenails are just hanging off there like 6 inches
Little
long.
talons, you know.
Oh my god, they have to drag on the ground at some point. So like that dragging motion is like keeping them trimmed.
Sure.
My manicure, the sidewalk manicure.
What's the scraping sound?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
that's
can't
a
see the pixie.
horror. That's like a horror.
I can't see anything, but I can hear the scraping
Scraping cometh.
and the
Just very
smell, the putrid smell of poopery.
You know Fairy Mima's coming when you hear the scraping. I love
Fairy
it.
Mima
It's
has some poor
horrible.
hygiene.
Yeah. Camera opens on extreme close up of broken yellow
Gnarled.
nails.
That's right.
Toenails.
Pulls back and yeah.
And then we see Milana, Brimstone, Newegg, Gerlach, and Azrael. You have all kind of gotten back together again after taking care of some of your problems that you gathered through your dominion. And most of them were taken care of, except for one, and that was Gerlach's followers. I guess to kind of talk about, if you want to be reminded about what were those
Oh,
issues.
God, please.
So Gerlach, his followers were leaving a lot of evidence behind him, were getting locked up, and so they were going to be pumped, interrogated for information and pretty much blow the covers over what Gerlach's really about. Newegg.
Is there a question about what Gerlach is really about?
Well, you're fairly certain it could lead to you having your Matthias Cromwell thing be complicated. Newegg
Which is hard for the director of intelligence.
Yes, exactly. That's the big rub. For Newegg, the purse was getting tired of you playing pretend and was planning on realizing its revenue, but you went down to the board meeting, or what was it? The council,
the financial council meeting or something.
Yeah, and talked it up and paid with the help of Brimstone. For Azrael, there was a whole bunch of weird rituals that were disturbing the transcription or the order of transcription, and they were going to look into it, and you talked them all down. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Or were you not? You were here. Were you here last time? No, that would have been the issue. I don't know. Brimstone. Brimstone. Your followers are going to be in great danger. Was the worry? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
And
I don't know in danger of what, but I remember that being said.
Right, because there's because it was mentioned there was an odd wizard that wanted to get revenge. Yeah, that was
yeah.
And Milana, Orla said they would take care of it and winked at you. Orla's the demigod of the underworld, Trickery Moon, where you're like, I would date him if you didn't have a funny voice like this.
Yeah, that was, wow, just
so
terrible. Could you imagine, like, try to nut anything with that person?
So, as I recall, was this our last adventure where we murdered the demigod of retribution, and then we actually had to make deals that brought him back over
Yeah, we made a deal that brought him back or something like
Yep.
that. And then we contemplated killing
Right.
Best of Us for some reason. Oh, wait, you didn't kill Best of Us yet. You're going to kill Best of Us.
He was the
and
witness.
Then, yeah, he was the witness. And then we encountered the.
Yeah, he was the witness that we brought someone back to life. Like
I think he was the
demigods
witness
do.
that we murdered the demigod of retribution,
Right.
which is a nice thing to put on your resume, by the way.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, the demigod. Oh,
Murder wins.
I can bring him back out of the dead column. I forgot, so I'll put him back up. I have a list of all the demigods, and he was underneath dead, but I forgot I could bring him out of dead.
No, just leave him.
Josh, do you have a document or do you have a spreadsheet?
It's a document.
Okay.
Does it look like a spreadsheet?
No, it does not.
Okay.
I'll probably share
I'm
this.
shocked that it is not a spreadsheet.
I'm not.
I feel like a spreadsheet would be easier.
Not when you have to list all these stats and all this other stuff.
Yeah, because spreadsheets are terrible for organizing numerical information.
Well, there's a whole bunch of non-numerical stuff. I'll share the sheet once the season's over and people can see.
Yeah.
So yeah, you brought back to life you Gerlach relented, and then
Right.
Orla brought the demigod of retribution, war, and self-defense back to life. Ultio.
Which was a mistake. I'm sure we will regret at some later point.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
think
it
it
was
was
something we
Ultio.
kind of had to do because we weren't able to leave the room otherwise or something. I can't remember the exact.
Yeah, they'd
specific-
lock down a bubble of reality that we were stuck inside. And
Yeah. So it's kind of one of those regrets you have to live with.
Totally. And so yeah, you all took care of everything except for the last thing was to go break a fair amount of Gerlach's followers out of jail.
All right.
And that's where we are right now.
Sounds like a job for a lawyer, says Brimstone, as he points to himself with his beaten up briefcase and terrible suit that looks horrible now because of all the things he's done in it. He's just like, I can't remember how many things I've done in that suit, but he's been canonically within his suit doing like fighting and stuff. Anyways, sorry.
No problem.
sounds like you need a new suit.
Some other day.
This is my wedding suit. This is my fighting suit. This is my ring attire.
What are we doing?
You have to go get.
We're breaking some murderers out of jail.
Yeah, we just decided to do a shopping adventure looking for Brimstone in a new suit.
Oh,
Well, yes,
All right.
The problem is that his mask has to agree with the suit that they're a good match.
I think the suit I got on's fine. It makes me look like I'm a no nonsense lawyer.
Well, how are we gonna break people out of jail?
With lawyer.
Probably violence.
Magic, I guess.
I mean, we could get
Yeah. I mean,
a piece of paper that says "free them."
Well, I'm kind of good with locks, so we just start unlocking doors until we get to our guys.
You could
and-
just
All right.
walk in, sneak them out. I mean, okay, let's be honest here. They're not exactly high level
This seems like-
characters.
yeah, this seems like a real low level adventure. for
What
us.
is this
Like
prison
we have
like?
a character who can bypass any lock. We have a character who can blend in and is supposed to be anywhere he is. We have a character who's invisible. We have a character who
So-
can pick up the jail and move it.
What is this prison like?
Yeah,
So
we-
that's a great
Which
question.
is good.
And it's
real
in
nice.
What district is the prison in?
So there is a prison district in Mauxferry, and it is owned, or is the main compound is known as the Black Peak Prison.
I was afraid you were going to bring that up.
And so a lot of the prison district is made up of, you could say, old Capitol buildings. So before Mauxferry was attacked, hundreds of years ago, and it was before they were rescued, like while they were being attacked, destroyed a whole bunch of the old Capitol that was in the northeastern section of what is Mauxferry today. and so everything kind of grew away from it. And so there's a lot of old, ruined Capitol buildings that have been repurposed and strange things done to them, and that's where they keep prisoners now. Amongst a fairly sizable compound for at least the Black Peak prison itself. There are other supporting, buildings and infrastructure in the prison district to, facilitate incarceration and whatever you need to do to prisoners. But the main compound that you would need to go is Black Peak Prison, for where Gerlach's followers are. You know that you are able to gather information amongst all your followers and abilities.
Man, last I remember hearing about Black Peak Prison was in another game we played that you should listen to.
Season 1,
but
it's a
like
good season.
I just remember it being like a no nonsense place where like everyone's kind of like, it's like a supermax prison. So I'm like, what was Gerlach's followers doing? Like, I know they were murdering, but dang, that's like super max.
I hope they were murdering in an approved and effective way.
That was why. Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's rock and roll. Let's roll up in there, knock some doors, and I don't know. I think that's what lawyers do.
Knock indoors.
Knock indoors, make demands, throw papers
Yep.
around. Maybe kick a few faces in.
I think
don't know.
now I need to apologize to Rudy for having 10,000 cat meows on my audio track.
Oh.
Sorry, Rudy.
So if you approach a district and you go, you could be right outside the Black Peak Prison compound itself. It takes up like 3 city blocks, you could say. It is gigantic.
Yeah.
And it has a no nonsense wall around it. You could definitely tell it was probably like the Capitol building itself, a wall that was repurposed and repaired over time, and probably magically augmented and all that kind of stuff.
But the tone, can it constantly have like an overcast and black shadow and like lightning going on in the background?
Absolutely.
And,
The lightning is hard to maintain, but everything else sounds great.
Right.
It's music plays.
Yeah, I definitely am picturing in my head. It's like a lot of grays, and I could definitely see that like black as well, and really cloudy. It definitely does seem very dour in
No
this
fun
area.
allowed.
Yeah. Exactly.
Perfect.
There's a guard out
Signing.
front. There's a guard out front as we say that. He's like, no fun allowed.
No smiling.
I'm smiling. No one can see.
But yeah, there actually is a moat around this as well, and so there is a drawbridge that's down, but there's all the gate is down, and if you want to approach it, there is guards there if you wish to enter, or you could do whatever you want. I'm just kind of laying out what there is, and I can answer whatever questions you got.
What do you guys want to do, team?
Path of least resistance.
I mean, we can always try and talk our way in, right?
Talk.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Talk.
Newek is wearing his prison guard uniform. He found it in some kind of reseller, but he looks kind of like the Incredible Hulk, where everything's just kind of shredded and like tiny, and so he's gonna blend right in.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have to make an example. So you don't lock up Gerlach's murderers because you'll get murdered.
Okay.
So we got to kill them all.
Okay, let's do it. That sounds fun.
So everybody's like, we should. Milana's like, we should do the path of least resistance. Gerlach's like, oh, that sounds like we murder everybody.
Murder them all.
And using the
This is
guards'
the way.
intestines. Do not lock up followers of the night or whatever.
Right. I forget what I called my cult. It's on my sheet somewhere. I don't remember. Does anybody remember what I called my cult?
No, absolutely.
No, I have to go find it.
I'm checking.
I gotta go look for it. Let me look.
Barely remember my own stuff.
See, it's that vengeful fist.
Vengeful
The
Fist is
Ebb
mine.
and Purge.
The
Yeah.
Ebb and Purge. Yeah, that sounds
Ebb and
great.
Purge. Yeah.
Ebb and Purge, huh?
Yep, it's the Ebb and Purge. Apparently, I printed out several character sheets.
All
Yeah, I
the
don't have-
sniffing and the page turning and the clunking that Rudy
I think I
Halson
only
has to
have
pull
yours
down.
written down as Murder Club.
There's
Murder
a
Club.
lot of
Ebb-
Transformers
Ebb
noises
and
on
Purge.
mine.
Much better.
There's a lot of what noises?
Transformers noises. There's a lot of
Oh, jeez.
plastic screeching and
I see.
I don't make the sound effects usually. Just in my head.
How are we gonna kill everybody in here? I mean, I guess we could if we really.
Well,
wanted to
he's-
do it.
Let's be
He's the
honest,
godbound of
Amber.
murder. I think he's got this.
Amber, we're
How are
pretty
we-
good. Pretty
Wouldn't
He's
you?
not going to kill everybody in here.
I'm
All
pretty
right,
sure.
you know what? I'm
Mo-
sure Josh thought, I wonder what one of the players will want to do. And because he has such a strong conviction for murder, all of them will follow. So he probably banked on this.
Come on, Milana.
There's gonna be
think about-
one guard who's like super badass. He's like the god of guarding. or
I'm the
something.
demigod of prison guards.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Come on, Milana. Think about all the people who've died in those walls. There's like
I'm a
probably
high school
hundreds of thousands of
dropout, and this
billions
is
of
the only job in town that
people.
pays. I'm the demigod of minimum wage work.
I think you have to have a certain attitude of I like to be in charge of people too. I like to get paid minimum wage, and I like to boss people around. I have found my career.
I'll take minimum wage just because of that.
I'm the
means
demigod
these
of
other
minimum
people that I
wage and
hate are
petty
making minimum
vengeance.
wage. This is getting too real, everybody.
Petty
I don't
authority.
know. I don't know why. I just look.
Mhm.
I like the idea of a demigod of mediocre things.
Yes. Yes.
I'm
I'm the
I-
demigod of lawn work.
I am the demigod of lukewarm.
Oatmeal.
My
Not
domains are
without
mowing,
cinnamon.
edging.
That's too fancy.
Yeah, cinnamon's too fancy.
That's too
What are
much
you
spice.
thinking?
You burn your mouth.
Demigod of
I said
traffic law.
without cinnamon
Oh, without cinnamon, yeah.
or brown
Oh,
sugar. Just plain
Okay.
oatmeal.
Just plain oatmeal.
Yeah. I want to see that demigod. Just bore us to death. Has anybody
I-
seen What We Do in the Shadows, the TV series?
Mm-mm. I've seen the first episode, but that's
The
it.
psychic vampire.
I don't
That's what the
remember that.
demigod is definitely just draining you with mundaneness.
I am the
Talking
demigod
to
of
you
box
about
mashed
how
potatoes.
paper clips
Um,
get made.
I'm the demigod of Discord. Oh, you're demigod of kindness? No, just I'm on a Discord server.
God,
Yeah,
Can we just
yeah.
make gods right now?
Yes, that sounds like a great plan.
That's for
Okay,
another
so-
session.
I'm thinking that we can't just waltz in here and just go murder, murder. Let's
Why
have
not?
some fun and kill
Well-
everyone.
Isn't that why we have all these skills about murder?
Yeah,
Murder
I
by
do.
numbers.
And yes, I'm sure the prison graveyard is full of bodies.
Well, not even just the graveyard. Imagine like what dirty secrets are in there, where there's people plastered in
Oh,
the
yeah, there's
wall.
all kinds of shanks.
like that.
Yeah.
The prisoners were used as mortar for the walls and stuff crazy like that. You know, I don't know. And there's
Yeah.
also the moat. Who knows what's fallen into the moat?
Yep.
Moat?
So,
Oh, yeah.
so Milana, what's your alternative to murder everybody?
But our talkie boy over here.
I
Azrael.
see. I think I think our best plan is a combination of the two. We find the most direct path to my followers, and then murder everybody along that path.
Okay, we can always go back to our best plan of action, which is to dress up like Ghostbusters. We have this prison that's got a lot of ghosts.
The old go-to, yes, dress up as a team of.
Statistically, it is our most successful plan.
Truly, it is. As far as infiltration goes. Hello.
We ain't
Yes.
afraid of no ghosts.
Pretty good.
I guess we could if you want to go that route. We were this
We
big.
were sent here by our Lord and Pope President. What's his name again? Lord Actaeon? No. Matasura? Who's the
Oh,
Pope? Mataratsu?
oh yeah, Mataras.
Who
Oh,
is this guy?
mozzarella.
It's a Marion.
A Marriott.
Marion. Hold on, I gotta go open up another document. I'm glad I make all these documents.
Got too many documents.
It's not a thing you usually hear in conversation.
Pactian Armarion.
Okay. The Lord Pactian of Marion sent us and his most trusted saint to come and purge you of your spectral pests.
Okay,
Ghost-
I'm gonna
your ghost problem.
throw up there. I'm 100% not gonna pull the saint card.
Oh, so you're going to try beat
Look, if
incognito
you
on this
have
one?
a saint
No.
card, you're not using this goddamn saint card to benefit the
No,
group.
I don't want to. I don't.
What kind of unholy saint are you?
I don't know.
We
I
could-
feel like
We could pull the intelligence card and say we're here to interview your prisoners because we need more information on this plot to kill the Pope.
So, is there a group of people in the world that are interrogators or like journalists? Are we like doing it from a journalist
Well,
perspective?
No, I mean, like
Matthias is the head of state
Yeah.
intelligence.
right.
Oh, I forgot about your place in the world.
You
Yeah,
you
well,
you could
it's,
pull it
it's
as
pretty
a,
nebulous at this point.
You could pull it as a. This is like, a matter of state security, something like that.
One of the weird.
Yes,
Like,
wild-
I'm Matthias Cromwell, director of intelligence. I'm here with my band of evil monsters to further the state's goals.
They're
Where did-
You
interrogation
could just go like
tacticians.
full on director of the CIA, like
Yeah,
Yes.
you got sunglasses.
swarm in with your squad.
I don't
of
have any
spooks.
handy, but that would be great.
Damn it. Do I?
I've got transition lenses, but there's no sunlight.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
point.
true.
Nope, I don't have
Yeah.
any sunglasses. Damn it.
Mine are all downstairs. Maybe after the break, I'll come back with some sunglasses.
If this holds up.
Yeah, if this plot holds up past the initial Gerlach
Content.
having to make a bluff check.
So Matthias is gonna lead us up.
I think I
Insane.
need a second character sheet for Matthias abilities.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you do.
I could pretend I'm like your secretary or something. I don't know how I hide the horns. Ooh, I could rip off my own antlers and then heal them back.
The fuck?
Ow! You could rip them off, and I can heal them back for you.
Can I keep them?
Actually, isn't Brimstone actually my assistant in
Yes,
security?
Brimstone.
Correct.
Yes, I am.
So
Actually,
we could
that
all
would-
we're
that-
looking all official at this point.
Yeah,
Well,
that would
so-
be pretty good.
So are we going to do? I was just thinking about the Ghostbusters thing.
Going back to the ghost.
Brimstone had the dumb idea that maybe he could dress up like a ghost and pretend he's the ghost that you guys are there for, and he's like, "Woo!" causing
I-
minor inconveniences.
I am willing to bet at least $1 that we've done that before.
Maybe.
Have.
This is like Operation. What would we call this operation?
I don't know.
Foonery.
Operation to catch a ghost.
But I feel like I'm
Okay,
behind. I'm stuck on the Ghostbusters idea.
So instead of a murder spree,
I
the
feel like we are
Operation
shark
Murder
tanking
Free.
this idea to Josh. That's how I feel.
I'm just waiting for you to tell me what you're doing.
We're
Here's what,
discussing.
here's
as a
what I
group-
need to do. I need to gather a bunch of bags of blood. So
What
on
is
our way
this coming
there,
to play.
I just need it. So on our
For
way there,
what?
I'm just gonna start filling up some bags of blood.
All right,
I'll
flashback. Take one
ev-
stress.
Yeah, well, yes. Everybody, well, we haven't even started yet, so this
Oh.
is even a flashback. This is a flash forward.
Oh, okay, this is your prep. Okay.
So like we're walking over there, and they're like, "Where'd Gerlach go?" Nope, just getting some blood. Meanwhile, in the alley,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so remind
like-
me what we're doing again. What's my role? Just be invisible. Okay, got it.
And what's Brimstone's
Great guys.
role?
See you on the other side.
I am down for whichever plan the group decides on. I have
Brimstone-
no hope that Gerlach / Matthias can convince anybody of anything.
Listen, Brimstone's either going to go in there dressed as a ghost, a messy lawyer, or something, but he's going to dress up as something regardless of what the plan is. So that's where Brimstone stands on this whole thing. He's kind of leaning on ghosts, wants to wear a bed sheet like that, like be like, "Ooh," like a trick or treat kid ghost. Just I got sheets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We did this plan when I was playing the Necromancer,
Mm-hmm.
my mortician.
We
god.
absolutely did this.
Mhm.
if it works.
Yeah, I believe at this point Newick's plan is to just Kool-Aid man through the prison walls and pick up the prison and take it where we want.
We could do okay. Maybe Gerlach doesn't have to say anything because he's too important,
Yeah,
and then
that's-
Brimstone can do all the talking for him.
Yeah, and Brimstone
yeah.
blends in. So
Yeah, would obviously
Supposed
seem
to be here.
Yeah.
They
I
got
think I
that
would have-
call.
I
Don't you
think
guys
I
remember
would
that
have
call? The pigeon?
I think I would have to convince, like, Brimstone would be okay, but I think they'd have to convince them why you'd be okay for you guys. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
thinking too much about it.
And I think that's
Yeah.
Azrael.
I'm
work
sure
right there.
Azrael could, give me an assist on that. I would
Yeah.
love to be the front man with my messed
All
up
right,
business.
that sounds like the plan. So
I'm
let's
invisible.
roll with it.
All right. So which plan do we come up with? I'm just curious.
I don't know.
Brimstone is my assistant. He speaks for me because I'm too important to talk to the peons.
Yes.
And Azrael and Brimstone are going to do the talking for our trip to interrogate the murder crew
Mm-hmm.
to see
Well,
what they
that's-
know about trying to kill the Pope.
Mm-hmm. And then Newick is Kool-Aid manning it, from what I understand.
Yeah.
He's our bone
I mean,
breaker.
when that
Okay,
plan doesn't work, yeah.
Okay.
When that plan doesn't work, I'm just gonna like rhino my way through this.
Yeah, I mean,
Gotcha.
we'll take Newick. He's our interrogator. Could you like carry a rack with you? Just like throw one over your shoulder.
And
like a
An
spice
Iron
rack?
Maiden, huh?
Like
Like
a
a what?
spice rack?
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly. That's exactly what.
like a spice rack. Yeah.
Like an Iron Maiden, you just like heft it over your shoulder. Here to talk to your prisoners.
yeah, okay. So we're here to interrogate prisoners. I'm trying to know what Brimstone's like trying to internalize this. I'm like, this is what we're going in there to do.
Brimstone
not
is
to stray.
full on method acting it.
Yeah, exactly. He's like,
Brimstone.
Weird
So I've been
interrogate
living my
this.
life as a
and we're here to interrogate prisoners who are
From this
part of
murder
a
cult.
Murder cult. Yes.
We
okay.
suspect a plot to assassinate the Pope, and they're involved.
And we were sent by a granddaddy pope. Got it.
Did I collect enough blood?
Oh, it's fine. Yep.
What?
All right, so you all roll up to this. What I described. The drawbridge is down, but there's a gate and there's a guard, and you approach Brimstone.
Brimstone says, "Hey, we were sent by the granddaddy pope to interrogate some possible assassination attempts or some kind of plan for assassination on the pope. We hear that you have some cult members that were planning that." I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep my
That's
thoughts on
fine.
it.
But it sounds so much better
And
from
Team
their
Evil
eyes.
is off to a strong start
Yeah.
right out of the gate.
And here, and I point to Matthias, who would be a Matthias Cromwell to these people, I suppose. This is the
Yes, I flash my Matthias
Mhm.
symbol at them.
and I lean over to Matthias. I'm like, "What are you again? You're like the head of intelligence or something."
Yes, I'm the director of
The
state
director of the-
intelligence, I believe.
Director
Is
of
that right?
Intelligence, Matthias Cromwell, and he's here with the authority from the big pope to do this interrogation.
Oh,
I just stick my nose in the air and pretend I don't see them. They're just an obstacle in my way.
Oh, the big Pope, Daddy, huh? And intelligence. Okay, sure. You hear that, Rudy? Ha! He kind of talks to other. Shout to one of our Patreon supporters, Rudy. He's like, Like, where's your badge at?
Where's my badge? Where's my badge? I guess he's talking to me, or is he talking?
Yeah, he's
to
talking to
Kill
you.
this man.
Oh, he's talking to me, but I'm like, didn't you see the fancy badge and Matthias's flash? Did you? What more credentials do you need?
We don't need no
I-
stinking
Do you
badges.
not see my briefcase? I am here for business, and I ain't joking around. I've been through a lot, as you can see through my messy suit, just to be here.
It's too bad that Brimstone doesn't have any power that would sort of
Right.
smooth this over.
Go ahead, roll a charisma check with an additional +4 obstacle.
It's just a D20, right? I
Yeah.
have a roll.
Yep.
D20.
You're trying to roll over the check number +4.
How is this game played again?
Don't know. Couldn't
So-
tell
We'll
you.
get there.
So
Chris
I
got
gotta
it
get
right.
above So I gotta get above a 12, and that is I got a 12 exactly.
All right, there you go. And the guy's like, "Oh, all right, well," they kind of like look you all over and like, "Well, Rudy will take you to the main HQ area to get this all sussed out." And
What's your name, son?
my name's Green.
Green will expect no favors from me, Green, when we report back to HQ, being all skeptical and stuff.
Uh-huh. Well, you can thank me for your tax dollars and support some other time.
Yeah. I'm a lawyer. Don't know what that means.
And so the gate comes up, and this pretty well worked out guard comes up to you. And they're like, all right, let's follow me. And so they walk you through this giant compound. They walk you like almost directly down the middle of like there's clearly these are old roads, from the old time, and most of them are. Or not most of them. Some are still being used. You can tell there's collapses and just mess in some of the places, like just abandoned roads. But they've maintained some of the main arteries, and you just keep on walking. You go by a lot of buildings that have been either retrofitted or new ones have been built from where old buildings were from stone, and all of them are barred in some manner. And as you walk down, there's like varying different sizes, right? So there's some that are just like 1 story, 2 story, but then you go by some of their 6 stories. Off in the distance a little bit, you see some that are like 20 stories, and they're all about the same kind of very minimalistic architecture. It's
Very brutal.
Yeah, very brutal. And it's not a great time. If you were a good party, you would not feel great going through here.
Kind of like it actually.
Exactly. And Rudy is like, there's a little time to chat as you're walking through this compound, and Rudy kind of looks over to the general direction, like, so, who are you trying to get?
We're here for some murder cult guys who were arrested recently, apparently. Let me refer to the assistant's assistant. I guess I look at Azrael like, give me a hand here, assistant. Assistant.
I don't know. We have no idea what they. I would assume that they know that they're members of the Ebb and Purge, right? I don't know. We have no idea.
Don't know.
Just tell them that we're here to interrogate a few serial killers who may be affiliated with a dark cult.
We'd like to talk to all your mass murderers that were arrested recently.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you said serial something.
And when you said Rudy's like, oh, I thought you were talking about cult. I thought you were talking about some of those like ghost worshippers that have come through recently. But
there's so many cults out there these days.
Ghost worshippers.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Mass murderers, maybe they've been processed earlier. I don't know. I don't work here all the time, but the last ones I saw come through the paddy wagon were some kind of weird ghost worshippers. But hopefully you find who you need. And as he says that, you make it to the HQ, and it is clearly the old Capitol building, just retrofitted for operation. Like this is where people would probably come to get processed if they have the luxury of being processed. And this is where the high ups and other people would have their offices and the like. And so it's a pretty it's just a nice big castle. Whole nice is in quotes. And they walk you in. They're like, well, I gotta go back to the post and hang out with Green. I mean, work with support Green. But Matt here will help you get hopefully what you need. And so they motion to, like, as you enter into this, you pretty much enter into the grand hall, and it's just there's a low murmur just the whole time, and there's this rows of desks where perhaps there was pews at one point or what have you, and there's rows of desks, and you look to the sides, and there's this the whole wall is like just full of people chained, and you see like guards go and unlock someone and lock them into a chair at these desks, and these people are lucky enough to be processed or what have you. But Rudy takes you and points you to a really fine desk. Someone that seems kind of important towards the back, and that's where you can go if you wish.
Oh, we wish.
All right, so you go past all these other desks of people being processed, and you hear weird stories as you go by. A lot of cussing.
Do we see anybody we recognize?
Oh, that's a great question.
That'd be
Wasn't me.
interesting.
It was the ghost.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, sure. Who do you see that's familiar for someone here?
I'm just trying to think of characters from past games we played. That
Hopefully not anybody we like.
yeah, that's what I meant. Just like somebody, it doesn't matter who. Is there somebody we all hated, like aside from Skittles, like who's alive? Somebody that.
How about
A
Gambo?
lot of hates
Gambo. Oh no, but I like Gambo.
Well, yeah, everybody likes Gambo.
What is
Gambo
Gambo?
can't
Oh
be
my God!
here.
Yeah, let's put Gambo in here.
right,
and figure out what
Gambo's
Gambo
here.
did.
No, Gambo.
All right, I'm gonna make that note.
I'm emotionally invested now.
All right, here
Yeah.
we go. Gambo's in my
Gambo.
notes. Here we go. Yeah, so you see Gambo.
He doesn't have his little wig, does he?
He does
He's
not
got,
have his little
Oh
wig.
no,
No.
he's been shook down. He's got all his.
They took
stuff
his
on.
wig. The monsters.
Does not have his wig. I should roll one more time for Gambo.
I bet it's
Yeah.
a
Who is the monsters now?
It
is not us. It is the humans.
exactly.
I think it has to be an income tax evasion thing.
Oh,
Possibly.
gosh.
Yeah,
That
so-
could be, yeah.
Gambo does not have his wig on, but he looks like he's in nice clothes, right? He's
Yeah.
not super roughed up or
Roughed up.
anything like that. But he looks very nervous as he's at this desk.
Oh no, Gambo! Gambo, what have they done to you? Brimstone says he like grabs his shoulders. How long has it been since we've seen Gambo? Like the time skip was like 20-something
20
years. or
years,
something like that?
yeah.
So he's probably like much older. I don't know. But
yeah.
yeah.
He's got wrinkles under his eyes.
He's
Maybe.
a little wrinkly.
Oh
Maybe.
yeah.
Yeah, he probably has a little bit more
Skin's a little
sunspots.
saggy.
Yeah.
What's happened?
He looks at you. He like looks
I
over
really
at your
don't
voice.
remember the voice you had.
He's like,
before.
oh my god, or yeah, I can't. No, well, yeah, something like this.
Hello,
yeah.
my
Hello.
darling. Hello, my honey.
Well, it's like I said, it's been 20-some
Yeah.
years. His voice
Oh,
probably changed.
Brimstone. What
Gambo.
are you doing here?
Oh, well, I'm I'm wearing my business suit. I guess I'm here on business, as you can see.
Are you here to represent me?
Sure, yeah, totally. I'm a lawyer. That's what I do. Brimstone Law Offices, freedom, vengeance. It's a work in progress. There's a lot of words I want to pick from. Anyway.
Oh my gosh. So, and he looks over to this person. He's like, Michael. See, I'm innocent. I'm innocent. You had to...
Is Michael this person that's persecuting?
Yeah,
him?
it's
Yeah,
the guard on the other
What's the
side.
charges here, Michael?
Well, it says here, operating a theater without license and tax evasion.
Those are. Prison's like, and that's worthy of the Black Peak Prison's time. Just some petty crime, such as, maybe he was too busy. It's not like Gambo gets a lot of support.
Yeah. I was just trying to put on.
You
a really
have
good front.
robbed the world of art, Michael.
Right.
Did Michael arrest him?
No, Michael's just processing him.
Processing here.
Maybe we should take him back for our interrogation of prisoners.
Yes. We
He's
should interrogate
tied
Gambo.
into this whole situation.
So you want to suggest that maybe he's involved in this and that we should take him to interrogation?
Yes, he's in for white collar crime. Let's implicate him for mass
We think you might be
murder.
involved in murder. Murder, conspiracy to assassinate the Pope.
Oh my god.
Brimstone's like,
We're gonna square this
Brimstone
right
actually-
away for you, buddy.
I think Brimstone likes this idea. And he's like, yeah, we want to interrogate him for murder, and like winks at Gambo, like, yeah, trust me. He's like,
We
murder-
want to interrogate
murder-
Gambo for
Oh,
murdering the Pope.
oh, murder of who? Oh, conspiracy against the Pope. Wink. It's okay, buddy. Wink.
We'll take him from here.
Can we get away with that?
Are you taking point on this one
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah, I'm the one making the case.
Okay.
for
Go
Gambo.
ahead and
Go
roll a
say,
charisma check as well.
You just want me to pass a what?
It'll be a 4 obstacle as well.
Okay. So
Because as you say, this Gambo, I don't know if
Gambo's probably like, I'm not cool with that.
yeah.
It's like, you want to frame me for. Oh, 4. I rolled a 4.
So yeah, so Gamble's like, no, I didn't kill anyone. He looks at Michael, and Michael's like, I don't know what you're talking about, and why you're here, but keep on going. I gotta process this one. And you see, like,
Can I
yeah,
can
go
I give
ahead.
him a bribe to take it easy on Gambo? Because I feel like Brimstone would give a bribe to take it
He's
easy
gonna
on him.
bribe it out in front of everyone.
Well,
It'll be
I'd have
super
to
subtle.
Yeah,
I'd have to be
that's a
super
hell of a
subtle about
lawyer.
it. Yeah. Can I try? Can I try?
Tell me whatever you want to do.
Do what you want, John.
Because I want to be easy on Gambo. Poor Gambo. He's been gone for so long, and I haven't been able to find him until now. And it turns out he's been in prison or being processed or whatever. I don't know what the heck. I don't have like actual coin, obviously. I don't think.
No, you don't.
I'd have to pull a miracle out of my butt and get. But that's like a lot of gold. Wealth is like
Yes,
more
it's
gold.
a lot of gold.
Screw it. I guess I'll just remember to break out Gambo on the way out because it's not going to. We're not walking out of here.
Yeah.
So in the chaos, I'll have to save
All right.
Gambo's butt.
Okay.
It would be easier if he was with us.
Yeah.
It would be, but
I mean, yeah. You want me to get Gambo? We'll go with him. I don't. It's easy. Michael's not going to be a hard on about this if I get involved.
yeah.
Yeah, why don't you tell Michael that?
Right there.
He is right there.
Yeah.
He's literally right
he-
here.
Yeah. I mean, Newick will pivot and like lock eyes with Michael. Be like, Michael, we're gonna take Gambo now. You're cool with that, right?
We're like in a hall process.
Yeah, you're.
There's like guards everywhere. I'm imagining.
Yes.
Like, okay.
There's guards transferring people from the wall to the desk and from the desk to their final destination.
I will kill Michael if he doesn't give us Gambo. I'm
I
just
mean,
saying,
like-
I see cold-handed death.
Yeah, this is
approaching.
not a problem for any of us.
I'm surprised Gambo was happy to see me, considering that we already.
Like, I don't
used
care if
the
there's
time
other guards. What do I care?
Gambo's like,
Gambo, we love you, says a disembodied voice.
Gambo starts sweating profusely, even though a lizard person really couldn't do that. But I'm just viewing like,
yeah.
He starts shedding
Like he's
scales.
licking his eyeball.
yes, he doing all the
Yeah.
nervous ticks. As you say this, Michael's like, Michael stands up, and he realizes as he stands up that he is not anywhere close to your height, Newek, but he still tries to like look big,
Right.
even though he's a paper pusher.
Yeah, to be big about it. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know what kind of jurisdiction you have here, but I am still processing Gambo here, and I will hold him here until I'm done processing.
How long does that take? Says
As
a
lo-
disembodied voice.
And they like Michael looks around. He's like, as long as I need it.
That is not a sufficient answer. How long does it usually take you to process prisoners?
Well, for
What's a
the
stack of paperwork like? Let me see it.
oh, stack of paperwork is like one parchment.
Okay, I take the parchment from him. I
So
start
it's just
processing.
flows away.
I start processing Gambo.
And Michael grabs the paper from the ether, since you're invisible. It's like, and you see him go to reach for
I'm
a
a
whistle.
ghost.
Yeah, as you say
Hear
this, you
me.
see him start to reach for like there's a whistle around his neck.
I
And he
smack it out of his hand.
All right, Dex
I mean,
check.
that's absolutely a Gerlach thing. Yes, he could just
Steal the
swipe
whistle.
Oh,
like
I
that.
need dice for this
Whistle.
game, huh?
Yeah.
Damn it.
I don't know if it should be Dex or Strength to see if you're actually strong enough to move a whistle.
Look,
Yeah,
let me
either
have
either one.
this.
Yeah.
We're gonna roll with my better score, which I'm pretty sure is Dex. I gotta find it in all these stacks of papers I have. Let me see. Okay. My Dex is 13 and my Strength is 8.
All right. You want to roll over your check.
Yes, my check
is
is for Dexterity is 8.
Okay.
So I rolled a 15.
All right. So yeah, you slap it out of his hand before he can bring it to his mouth. He's like, he like he's like, just
You're
show
haunted
yourself.
now. No, you're haunted.
No, you're haunted.
Michael,
I'm the ghost of prisoners past.
exactly.
I actually like know you're haunted better as a ghost reaction. Just like, what's happening? No, you're haunted. It's like,
Do we have any idea, any ability to tell whether these are worthy foes around us?
So,
I mean, they don't look worthy.
Yeah, this so far is very easy. These are not worthy foes. Maybe Matt at the end might be a worthy foe, but everyone else so far that you've interacted with and went by, not worthy foes.
I have an action I'd like to take.
Okay, I
when
can.
we get a second.
Okay, yeah. So you might not have to take the action, because Michael sees the situation now and is like, he grabs the paper from you, Milana, and this puts his signature where the signatory would be required, and he just shoves it back up into the air towards where he grabbed it from.
I grab it.
And he's like, "Fine, take Gambo. I'm guessing you were heading towards Matt anyways in that direction. And I'll be keeping my eyes on you." And he does the whole 2 fingers thing from his eyes.
And
into your
I
direction.
will be living with you for the rest of your life. Because you're haunted.
Oh, and so Michael goes and unlocks the connection point from the chair to Gambo's shackles, and like shoves the chain end towards your guys' direction.
So we have to take his chain.
It seems that way.
I'll take
Sure.
Gambo's chain.
I mean, sure. Yeah, I'll just put Gambo on my shoulder.
He's like, hey.
Like that weird little dude that like hung out with Jabba the Hutt.
Oh my god.
Salacious crumb.
Salacious crumb indeed.
As you pick up Gambo, Newegg, Gambo's like, hey, Newegg. Thanks for
Yes, Gambo.
Thanks for helping. Hopefully.
Yeah, no, you're cool. You're cool, little
okay.
guy.
Cool, thanks. And I think he's saying this as you're walking towards Matt's desk. And he's like,
Right.
he's like, have you seen any good plays recently, Newegg?
Man, it's been hard. Like, it's just like I haven't, man. I'm ready for like just a night on the town, but like, man, it's just so much killing people and like revenge and like reuniting with my family, and like it's always something, you know.
Oh, that sounds like it could be a really good story. And you start.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, here, tell it to me. Like, we'll also have to spend some time and talk about it." And you hear him say, you've never heard this before. He speaks in a tongue that you've never heard. It's some kind of lizard tongue. And as he does that, you notice, his ear holes start to glow. Milana, you know there's some kind of recording spell.
I was gonna guess that he's a
Weird.
Pokemon.
Kinda. And he's like, what was that again, Newegg? And so we don't have to go into it, but he is now wanting to record your story.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and Newek will tell him like everything and probably confess to some like heinous, terrible like crimes in the process.
And
Can I stop Newegg from doing this?
you'd help me?
I try not to listen to him anymore. It's fine.
I can't believe he has to cast a spell to improve his memory. Sheesh.
It's recording.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whatever. What else?
He's an older guy, you know.
Yeah,
He's
fair
older.
enough.
Yeah. And so you had a little bit of time talking, because this is like, I'm visualizing in my head like a football field length, chamber. And sure enough, you get to the end, and
Sure.
you get to the end, and there's a much fancier desk, and you come to this person that actually is in armor. Like, everyone else has been in some kind of uniform, except for the guards out front. Inside this hall, most of the people have been in some kind of uniform, but not really armored or anything like that. Matt here is like in a full plate. He seems like an important person, a capable person, possibly a worthy foe. And he kind of takes notice and raises one eyebrow as you approach. He's like, Well, well, well. What do we have here? Expedited process, and he motions towards Gambo.
Whatever that means. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, and also Brimstone like holds up his briefcase, gives it a good smack. We're here on official Pope business to interrogate some. Yeah, he's flashing his badge.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. We're here to interrogate some possible conspirators towards the Pope's life. People who are part of some kind of possible murder cult. It's a whole investigation, I'm sure you understand. And we were just here to get some information out of them directly from the Pope. And this is Matthias Cromwell, the head of information stuff.
State intelligence.
State intelligence. And I am his assistant. Pardon me for getting his title wrong. As you can see, I've been through a lot in my messy business. It's been a day and a half for me. And the assistant's assistant. Are you going by As? Like Brimstone leaves, it's like, are you going by
Nope,
As?
for sure not.
What are you going by here, buddy?
I don't know. Call me Jim. I don't care.
This is Jimothy. The assistant's assistant.
Yeah,
The
old
assistant.
Jimothy.
Bring us all of your recent mass murder suspects.
Yes. So we can line them up and, identify and get to the bottom of all.
We've got some
Bring them-
interrogating to do.
Bring them all into this room, unshackled, all together.
Mm-hmm.
Line them up.
Yes.
Line them up.
Give them weapons.
And if you're worried about a good old lawyer like myself, I'm not a lawyer that just hits the books, if you get what I mean. Yeah, he flex.
Yeah, hit your face.
He's like, oh, I see. Oh, well, we did have a quite influx recently. But what was your name again?
My name is, I think I've always been calling myself Brimstone. Doesn't really matter. He doesn't have a good code name. I'm Brimstone. And he's like, lawyer. And like lists all his other prior occupations. Ghostbuster, I guess.
Yes.
I don't know. And just kind of
Business
like
owner.
business owner. Yeah.
And father.
And
Life
father.
coach.
Yes. And
And
father and
father.
life coach.
Stay-at-home father, business owner, life coach, martial artist.
Martial arts. Yeah. May have heard of me. I don't know.
Wizard's apprentice.
Wizard's apprentice. Wizard
New accent.
Wizard
New
troll. That's a
Private
weird
eye.
one. Wizard troll. That's a weird one. I'm not actually a wizard. I'm not a troll. I just like trolling a wizard. So that's another one that's kind of a hobby occupation of mine, sort of.
He's like, huh. Well, go ahead. I guess, yeah, let's roll the charisma right now.
4 obstacle.
Yeah, plus 4 obstacle on top.
Okay. And that is a 19.
Okay. And so Matt is like, well, a new, I didn't know, haven't heard of your office, but I'll take note for processing in the future.
Brimstone like leans over. He's like, "Oh, good name for my my law office is trial by fire." It's like, I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah,
Or trial by combat. That'd be all right.
Trial by
too.
combat.
Fine, okay. Lawyer office.
I'm just trying to think of my own lawyer office name. Trying to think of a good one.
He's like, well, I can take you to the building that has is housing the newest mass murderers, and let you in, and you could deal with my other half, Matt, in there when you get there. And so Matt stands up, and he walks you out.
Wait, you have another half that's named Matt?
I do.
Wait, so there's
Like,
two
which half
Matts?
is he?
He's the more physical type.
There's two Matts.
Okay. So it isn't like literally half of you.
No.
So like, is one of you
Like if the other Matt was just like a collection of organs, that wouldn't. I mean, that'd be pretty impressive, actually.
Oh no. And I think you're all talking about this as you're like walking out and going to throughout all the streets to a building.
Sure.
So one of you is Muscle Matt, and the other one of you is not Muscle Matt.
I'm Mind Matt, and he's Muscle Matt.
Not Mind and Muscle Mats.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where's Straw Matt?
How come you're wearing armor?
I am more of the muscle, or I'm more of the not muscle. I'm more of the mind, so I need to protect myself. Matt, not so much.
So like, do people get you guys confused?
Where's
all
the
the
helmet? Because I'm really confused right now.
Oh no one confuses us. You know, I'm Matt, and you'll meet the other Matt.
How do you tell the difference between the Matt?
Oh, you'll know.
Well,
What do
that's
you
what I
look
mean.
like?
Like
I say.
when people say, "Hey, Matt," and you're both walking down the hallway. Like, what if they're not talking to Mind Matt and they're talking to Muscle Matt? And
Yeah.
We can't call you MM. We can't call you MM.
Are you guys
because
brothers?
you're MM.
It's kind of like I know these two Johns. I call one brother John, the other one other John, and that way we don't get them confused.
OJ,
But there's still
TJ.
confusion every now and then. Like someone just drops the name John, and the brother John's like me, and it's like no, the other John. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
Very.
Well, the other Matt doesn't really get out much.
What does he do? What's his favorite thing to do?
His favorite thing to do is
This works out. All
Does he
the
love
time.
to break bones?
he does love to break bones, and he loves to get lost in thought.
Wait, Muscle Matt likes to get lost in thought.
Yeah,
And
What
Mind
do
Matt
you do, Mind
wears
Matt?
armor?
I work out.
This is terrible. What is your branding? It's not recognizable instantly.
I just work here, and Matt just lives here. Okay.
Okay,
Hey,
wait,
Wait,
no.
so you get
no,
to go,
no,
Matt?
no. You had to be named either by whatever brought you into this world, or you named yourself or others named you. Now, there's a story here, Mind Matt, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it as an investigative journalist.
Wait, I thought you worked for Trial by
I make
Fire.
sure that
Oh, we're all
I'm a
different
ghost.
parts. I'm trial by fire. By sometimes I'm a lawyer, and then that's kind of like my part-time job. But right now I'm here as an assistant to the head director of state intelligence, Cromwell, and this is the assistant's assistant, Jimothy, and this is our investigative journalist who's
The
sometimes
ghost who
invisible.
knows the
Who's a
most.
ghost? Yes, yes. There's no better investigative journalist than a ghost. Mm-hmm.
I do finger guns that nobody can see.
Not only are
and,
they,
and my life story is being made into a play.
And I think with that, you get to the building.
We arrive.
Yes,
you're trying to get our stories.
it's great. Is Dave still here? I don't know if Dave's still here. We'll find out.
He's moving slowly.
Yeah.
Mind Matt.
Yeah, Dave's still here.
Okay, Dave's still here.
Okay.
Cool. And so you come to this building. This building is this building is only 2 stories tall. It's not very big. It's not very fancy. Yet again, it's very oppressive architecture. This one actually there are only like 1-inch holes for you to assume maybe like for sunlight or windows or whatever. There is no big windows in this one. Matt,
air holes.
pretty much they pretty much are.
like when you get something in a jar and you just poke holes in the top.
Yeah, that's the best way of thinking about it.
Okay.
And Matt gets to the door. He brings actually he doesn't even bring out keys. You see his hand glow. And he touches the door and opens it up, and this door is gigantic.
I would really like to take note of how he opened that door.
Hand glow, touch or grab the lever, and
What kind of magic is it?
Sand is the key.
It is some kind of warding and evocation magic that he is doing with his hand, or
So,
the
like,
inverse polarity of it, I should say.
Do I have any sense that this lock would be difficult for me to overcome? Do I need his hand? I mean, that we could make
Yes.
that happen.
I think you could overcome it, Gerlach. I'm pretty sure you could. It's just more of like if you're one level lower, it would be an issue.
Yeah, for all of us who aren't like lock people.
Yeah, exactly.
magicians, we can do it so easily.
Exactly. Everyone else would be like, but you're just on the precipice of it would not be an issue for you, Gerlach. So he pulls it open, and this door is gigantic. It's like 8 feet wide and about 12 feet tall. And so Matt is his.
How thick is it?
And it's probably about 4 inches thick. It is a high security door for all intents and purposes. And when he just opens it up, and opens up into just a plain stone hallway that just goes straight, and then you can see it go off to the right. And he opens it up, and he just motions. He's like, head on in. I'm sure you'll meet Matt in no time.
With us?
You're not coming with us?
Nope.
You should come with us, Matt.
You're the thinky one. You know how to do these processes.
We need
How
your
can
help,
we
Matt.
trust Muscle Matt to get us the right people?
Okay.
All day.
Well, you have you got your stuff. You told me. I believed you. And I'm sure Matt will be able to follow along.
He's not as smart as you.
What? I was curious though. For my own offices, where do I get a cool lock like that where I could just, I mean, this is just you and me. This isn't like. I was wondering where can I get something like that where it's just my hand glows and I open the door.
I'm sure the Order of Transcription could hook you up with something.
Order of Transcription, got it. You can put some
Blackberry. You get your
pretense to
BlackBerry
write
out, make a note in
something
it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got your Apple ID built into your palm, and
Yeah, you got a Palm Pilot.
I was actually watching a video of a guy destroying a really fancy lock that was like a padlock, but it was activated with a key fob, and then you just twist it and pops open.
one of my
technology is interesting.
One of my favorite YouTube channels is the Lock Picking Lawyer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's some fun stuff.
I used to work in the lock industry, so I know about this guy.
I one time picked a lock. It was fun. It was like one of those ones that are like you could see through it. It's like the test ones that you get to play around with.
See all
and try to
the
pick a lock.
pins and all that stuff. Yeah,
I felt so smart doing it.
it's fun to pick.
See, I do
I'm not a criminal. Just putting it out there. I don't.
You could
have
be if
lock-
you wanted to be. That's
Brother
what I'm
John.
trying to say.
I don't want to.
I've gotten into houses I've locked myself out of, and I don't care whether I look sus or not. I've climbed through windows to get back into houses I've
Yeah.
locked myself out.
Oh yeah, I've done that. Absolutely.
Didn't you have
Like
to
use
do
a
that to your
screwdriver
back
to
window?
pry the window open, and
Didn't you have to do that to your back
window?
window recently?
I did. I absolutely did.
I don't remember how I heard
Yeah,
about that.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know. I do know how I heard about that. One of your coworkers told me.
Yeah.
So Matt is like, he tells you that he's like, well, the other Matt will, I'm sure, buy your story. I need to get back to work.
But mind, Matt.
We don't mind,
We've
Matt.
come
Mind.
so far together. What if we
Right.
were to complete this journey together? I don't know why I want him to come with us so badly.
You know,
I'm
you
afraid that other
say
Matt is going to be something horrible that I don't want to know about.
I think he's going to be something horrible.
I think he's going to be a room.
Brimstone kind of thinks for a minute. He's like, you know what? Are you other Matt? Could you be like, you try to get away from us because you got to get ahead of us and then like Hulk out and then
Oh my
because has anybody ever seen you and Matt in the same room? together?
Yeah.
Is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Dr. Matt and Mr. Matt.
Yeah.
Gotta roll.
Did I figure this out?
No, but it won't be today though.
No.
Dr.
Okay.
Mattel and Mr. Matty.
Wow. Great job. That was really good.
he's like, I gotta go. I'll do other work. Bye. Other Matt will help you. And then as soon as we leave, he like runs the other way. He's like, I gotta get ready. I gotta get, he's like, I can get to the other door quick.
I'm
Hulk out.
afraid that the other Matt is gonna be like this abomination. I don't know.
That's
Not like
okay.
not like Milana is afraid of that, but Amber is suspicious of it.
I have to think that the more we talk about it, the more Josh is going to do it.
I already got locked in a while ago. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, good.
It's a room full of organs.
I feel like I was close though, considering that Josh had a role on that question. But let's go. Let's go see what this other Matt's all about.
Right. Let's us all walk
Yeah,
to Matt.
he specifically said other Matt was not a pile of organs.
Right.
I did. All right, so you all go in, and as you do so, the door boom, closes in behind you, and you hear a ka-dunk.
We're locked.
Ka-tunk. Oh no, we're locked in. Can I try the door to confirm that we're locked in? Or
Oh,
something?
you are locked in, yes.
Aw.
And so it's like I said, it's very.
It's not really suspicious though, since we're in a prison. It wouldn't make sense to leave all the doors unlocked that we pass through.
Yes, this is not suspicious behavior for a guard to do this.
So you're in a very plain stone hallway. There are no doors. Is this a hallway that goes down for 40 feet and then goes to the right?
I guess that's what we do.
All right, you go down to the right, and then you see another plain stone hallway, and you come to a four-way stop.
Four-way stop.
Or four-way.
Well, like three intersections we can go to. He
Can I
said to the
shout for
right.
Is there a sign that says Matt this way?
No.
He told us it was
Other
just down
Matt
to the
gets-
right.
The other Matt might get lost. He's not very smart from what we understand. Oh.
So he told us to go down and to the right, correct?
Yep.
Is there any reason to follow that instruction?
I mean, if we want to go see Matt.
Can we just shout to see if Matt comes up?
I thought the
and
point,
greets us?
I thought the
Start
point of
yelling for Matt.
the other Matt was going to lead us to the prisoners we want, so we don't have to free the entire prison.
Right. It's not like we're being very honest about the whole situation.
Let's just
either.
go. Let's just go to Matt. Let's just go to Matt and see what Matt's all about. Since
Brimstone
Josh has
shouts
talked
for
about
Matt
him
first.
so much, I need to see this other Matt.
I would just like to make the case as to the honesty of our situation. I really am the director of state intelligence. You really are my assistant. There really is a murder cult. They want to murder the Pope. All these things are true.
Yeah.
Yes.
The untrue part is that is my murder cult. I want to kill the Pope. That's the only part that's untrue.
And
Yes.
really, that's more of a lie of a mission. That's not
Right.
a straight bluff check.
Yeah.
But I mean, everything. I mean, we're not making any of this up at this
No.
point.
No.
No,
I mean,
so-
Brimstone may very well be a lawyer, and Milana may very well be a ghost. I don't know.
well, I didn't pass the bar, but that doesn't mean I can't practice, right? Come on.
You
Anything's
passed the
worse.
bar, and then you passed a store, then you passed another bar, and, then, and a
Right.
grocery.
I passed the bar, then I passed the business stop.
Right.
You passed the briefcase shop.
I passed the
Yep.
briefcase shop, and now I'm a lawyer. Yeah, makes sense to me.
I passed the store that sells suits, and yeah,
So, are we going to go find Matt, or are we going to go
I guess we need to go
hop,
find
skip,
Matt.
jump?
We go
through
find
the
Because
Matt.
rest of the
if I
prison?
understand Matt's role, he's the one who would allow us access to the murderers that we came here for.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Or you can point us in the right direction, and hopefully, if he's as dumb as we think he is, maybe he'll be easy to get to do that.
I swear to
I
he's
think
probably just a floating brain. I'm scared.
I
of
think the
Josh's
odds are
face right now.
I think the odds are really good that we're going to get to see Matt, and there's going to be a loud clanging sound, and they'll be like, "We've got you, evildoers," and then we'll
Let's
have to.
just go find out, and then they'll give us free reign to kill. So
Yes, it's murder.
So which way are we
See,
going? There's a four-way
Picture us
stop.
walking.
What's up, Dave?
I picture us walking through a way, and then it's Matt's mouth, and that will be the end. Through a doorway, and that's going to be Matt, and that will eat us, and we'll be done.
So
That's
one of
just a
these
giant mimic.
is to Matt's stomach, and the other two are. sorry, guys.
No problem.
The other two are to Matt's lungs.
So
So the
we've been
door
really
was his
building up
mouth.
Matt, and I just want to go see Matt now.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
let's
four-way
get Matt
stop.
over
which
with.
Which way do you go?
Do we just
Right.
keep going forward?
You go
The
right.
way he told us to go.
So you
He
go
told us
right.
to go right.
So
correct?
you go down the stone hallway. There's nothing, and then you it goes to the right. You follow. You go to the right, and then you come to a four-way hallway. And at this
The Lost
time,
Forest all over again.
Nuek, you get the feeling that you're in a maze.
I'm telling you, Matt can't be trusted.
What if Matt's another Minotaur?
I swear to God, these hoes be trifling. Which one of us? can walk through
Yeah,
walls?
we are like me.
Let's make it.
I did
happen,
say
Chad.
Kool-Aid Man. I called it.
And
Yep.
and also, I guess for you, Nuek, as well. Like, you're in a maze, and this feels so familiar. Like, it's like the Minotaur way, right? Of being in mazes, especially when you've already got the flavor of this. You're like, this, I could deal with, get down with this. And as you do that, you also hear a sound you've heard before, like it's almost as if it's yourself walking, right? Minotaurs make a certain sound when they walk, and then you see all of a sudden, coming around the bend, a big Minotaur.
Aw.
All right.
I'm really good at killing minotaurs.
Is this Matt?
Yeah, Matt.
I am Matt. Matt
Oh, we're
is
lost.
me.
We're lost. We're looking for some prisoners.
Ah, I see you've gotten lost in thought.
No.
What
No thought. Head empty. No thoughts.
Matt,
is thought?
Matt, your
the name
jokes
of
are
this
not
place?
Is this a thought maze?
Is thought the name of this maze or whatever?
It is of my maze, yes.
Well, I haven't thought of your maze at all.
Anyway, and as you're to say this, he looks at Nuek and he approaches and puts out his hand in expecting a clasp from
yeah.
Brothers.
Yeah, we do the traditional Minotaur hand class. Yep.
Have you ever interacted with another Minotaur on this show? On any
Aside
episode?
from-
Not in
Daughter?
game, no.
I think his daughter's not really a
Well,
Minotaur,
yeah,
is she?
yeah.
She's a half Minotaur.
She's a half Minotaur, so she's like
Mm-hmm.
3/4 human.
She's like shadow.
She is
human
not.
Minotaur.
The Minotaur blood is getting very diluted in that one.
Dang. And so Matt's like, who are you and who has let you in?
Mind Matt. Let us in.
I am Nuek. Yeah, and the little Matt let us in. Why don't you guys call yourself Little Matt and Big Matt?
It happens to be a coincidence. I mean,
Yeah.
oh, sorry. I
Matt is an odd name for a Minotaur. Why have you adopted a human name and characteristics? Why not live up to the
Excuse me.
Yeah,
honor and pride of being who you are, Matt?
Are they even the same kind of Minotaur, or is like Matt more like human with a bull's head?
No, Matt is definitely a Minotaur, but he is not the same kind of fur as Nuek's fur. His fur is much more. It's the kind of cow that's like very short fur, and I'm thinking of like I think like
They look like
whites and
low-res-
browns,
Oh, okay.
or whites and oranges, or something like that. I can't.
So he's like half dairy cow.
Yeah, something like that. I did
No,
not.
like
a
like
Like a
Her-
Holstein.
Hereford, I think is the
Hereford.
breed.
Yeah, that might
Maybe.
be right.
And Nuek is clearly a Brahma.
Newark is based on a Scottish Highland cattle.
Shaggy.
Got bangs. He's got a fringe.
Yeah, I could say just kind of looking at cows now because I should have done this prior. Like, I could definitely see Matt being like an English Longhorn. So very, short hair, but it's like browns that are going on orange and white, and their horns kind of curl forward.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. All right, I'll allow it.
It'll look good on the front of a Cadillac.
Yes.
What if Matt is a were-minotaur? Ooh.
Well, surely he's aware he's a Minotaur.
But so new X question. And Matt's like, I have always lived here. Ulda was the one that gave me my name.
Who is Ulda? That name sounds familiar.
You don't know?
Yeah, who do
We don't know that name?
No.
So how about those mass murderers we're looking for?
Yep. What about those guys?
Mass murderers of who?
Well, I understand there's been a bunch of mass murderers that have recently been brought in, and we're here to talk to them.
There are many here that have done many bad things.
But recently, within the last few weeks.
Recently.
Mass murderers.
They're kind of like, they got like a toot about them, and they like pizza. Like, not even a joke about the pizza part. And they kind of like, they seem like they're part of a clique specifically.
Are they turtles?
No, but like, seriously, like, there's a whole bit about the pizza guy bringing pizza to the murder.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they were.
I'm not talking to you, Matt. Stay out. Yeah, there's a whole bit where the pizza.
So it's like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Murderers.
I guess if you want them to be like that.
I mean, they are ninjas.
They are ninjas. Yeah. And they are taught by something
also-
that looks like it came out of a gutter.
Yep. But I mean, honestly, Matt, like, what's the deal with the maze? Like, I mean, it doesn't bother me, but like, if I had been here, like, these guys, this would have been a bad ending for these dudes, and like, they're pretty important, Matt. Like, why would little Matt do that to us?
Everyone comes in here lost.
You guys would have yeah, but I mean, your ass would have been in a real sling if these guys had gotten lost in here.
I would have found
Like,
them.
there's repercussions for messing with these guys. Well, yeah, I mean, I know how that goes, but like, what happens then?
Mass
Like,
murderers.
they wander around in here for days and get hungry and stuff. That's not cool.
Mm-hmm.
Just feels like a shady standard operation. You know what I mean?
Yes. It may be shady
So
to
do
you,
you
but
want out of here?
What? Oh, sorry. I'll answer both of those. It may be shady to you, but this is my life. I have grown accustomed to it. Ulda treats me well. As for leaving here, I do not wish. I am comfortable here. You notice, Nuek, that Matt...
I mean, to each their own, but like...
Yeah. Matt's skin is... You have an eye for this as a Minotaur. Matt's skin, like around his snoot, is a certain coloration that you could definitely tell indicates that he has not been exposed to light for a very long time.
Well, now I kind of want to free Matt. I don't care if he likes it. I'm evil.
It's a really good Star Trek episode about this situation.
He likes it here. Why would we take him away from the thing he likes?
Yeah, I mean,
Did you hear the part where
I
we're
get
evil?
it. Mazes are nice. Like, you hang out. No one messes with you. It's cool. Like, I'm into it. Like, I respect Matt, but like, just saying, like, if you ever want to change, Matt, like, you let me know. We'll hook you up, man. You're solid, bro.
I will think upon this as we walk. You say you're looking for mass murderers. I will take you to the chamber that should help. and he starts walking through the maze. And to all of you, you don't know like where you're going. Newek knows in general, but we'll see what this chamber he speaks of is after the break.
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 Do you need 10 or 15 minutes?
It's snowing, so 15 would be great.
All right. You might want to clean off your satellite if you can, Dave, or your dish. But all right, we'll see you all in 10 or 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
See ya.
Yeah, I know it's been kind of choppy.
See you in 15. All right. And we're back.
All right.
Back
Hey.
to the internet.
I just ate a
What?
bunch of yogurt.
What wikis is everybody reading now?
What do you mean?
I was reading up on Spy Kids. Like, I
was
forgot the plot
I was
of
reading
Spy
up about-
Kids. I forgot that there's like
Mhm.
3 villains in the first Spy Kids.
Thumbs.
And no, it was there's the obvious person who is portrayed as the antagonist, Vegan Floop. He made Floop's Fooglies, a TV show for kids, but then he had a henchman and some other guy who were behind the scenes doing stuff behind him. So
Yeah.
he,
Wasn't one of Monk from
and one of them was Monk.
and
The other
there
one was the
spy lady who got her hair burned off.
yeah, and not only that, but one of them was a character called Mr. Lisp, who was a T-2000. Yeah. So yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember him.
So I learned some interesting things. I was like, I completely forgot the plot to Spy Kids. I just remember the thumbs and the
Yep.
fooglies, but didn't remember the plot. Also, Antonio Banderas was the dad. That's all I remember. Anyways, sorry.
No problem.
I love trivia or weird trivia.
What was Dave reading?
Yeah. I'm reading about ancient aurochs cattle and the attempts to backbreed them into existence.
I spent $50 on upgrade kits for Transformers.
I was looking at sticker vendors.
You'll
to
have to
make
explain that to
stickers.
me, Chris, because I didn't know Transformers got upgrade kits. I thought they were just like you get
Sure.
the Transformer and that was it.
Sure, you do, but third-party companies make upgrade kits, which are like give them better guns or like fill in gaps and stuff like that.
Okay.
Chris is an otaku
Yeah, sounds
for
like it.
Transformers.
Pretty
Mhm.
much, yeah.
Wow. So do they just add on? Do you have to like pop stuff off and glue things on?
Not normally, but there are some that you'll have to like take out a hinge and it'll replace like an entire like.
It sounds
section.
like modding a video game. Like
It's
sounds
very,
essentially
it's very similar. Yeah.
yeah.
It sounds like somebody who like put models together or minis. Painting. Are you gonna paint your Transformers ever?
Some people do paint the upgrade kits and stuff because they generally come just 3D printed, but I usually don't. If it matches, like, I never have, but the only thing that would make me do it is if it didn't match the color of the original Transformer.
Interesting.
Yeah, we're all nerds here. No
Yeah.
nerd shame.
I was messing around with my Magic the Gathering card sales stuff.
I've been
was-
making
Mhm.
stickers.
I was reading on Twitter about how they shut down a vaccination site in Los Angeles. Protesters shut it down.
Why?
And they shut down my place of work as well.
Yeah. I don't know. They had
Hmm.
like they had these huge lines of cars and the biggest vaccination site in the country at Dodger Stadium, I guess. And a group of protesters showed up to protest and claim it was all
Protest the
fake.
vaccine?
Uh-huh.
I
Yep.
hate people.
Yep, pretty much.
I have gotten yelled at for, not really yelled at, but like people are, I've had 2 customers so far since we started it on like Tuesday talk to me about how the vaccine's fake and the whole pandemic is fake and like we're just trying
so
to make,
aggravating because
just
it's
trying
like
to make money off of it, people's fears.
What's your response to that?
I usually don't say anything. I just keep ringing them out and ignoring it.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
I mean, it's not gonna change their mind if I get in an argument with them.
No.
Right.
And
right.
also, I'm not gonna like reaffirm their beliefs, so I'm just not gonna say anything.
yeah.
You could tell them that all their medicines are fake.
Yeah. You could.
There we
You can say, "Oh,
go.
this one
got a
is good. This is
All the pills are sugar.
yeah." All of this is made from horse hooves and sugar.
Not one true.
God, I
cure.
wish that sounds delicious.
Yeah, I don't know why you're worried about microchips. We've been putting microchips in your pills for years.
Yeah. By this
no.
point, 80% of your blood is microchips. So
Did you know that by the year 2025, your entire body will be mostly nanomachines?
yeah,
Yeah.
there's
I mean, taste your own blood. It tastes metallic. Is that a coincidence?
I think not. Wake up, sheeple.
Yeah.
Taste
At some
the
point, the
milk in your blood.
coincidences are too many to just ignore.
They're putting the
Linda.
nanomachines in your water. It's just replacing your cells slowly.
Fluoride. I'm trying to make a jump from
Right.
fluoride to something ridiculous, and I
Nanomachines.
can't do it. I
Yeah,
can't.
you didn't know it, but now your whole bloodstream is owned by Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh my.
Your genome,
gosh.
your genome is his intellectual property now.
I'm
I hear that
sequenced.
by
No, we don't own anything, really, right?
I hear that by 2023 they're going to be replacing our dreams with ads. Wow.
Dang.
It's
I
pretty
actually would
close.
prefer an ad over
I
the
would-
horror nightmares that I have all the time.
I would kill myself.
I can honestly say though that just the subtle shift in what I'm spending my free time doing is disturbing, in the sheer number of ads I get having to do with every aspect of this
Oh, yeah.
process.
Mhm.
You want to buy boxes?
Yeah, oh,
Do you
yeah.
want to rent a moving truck? Do you want to rent a? Do you need some new windows for a new house? How do you feel about your plumbing? Guys, we don't have a new house. There's no plumbing to be fixed at this point.
But
I don't need windows or a roof.
But you may in the near future.
But keep
I
us in
betcha.
mind. Wink, wink.
Yep.
Wink, wink. Bookmark us, like, subscribe.
Click that bell
Speaking
button.
of, like and subscribe to this Twitch channel.
That's right.
Please follow our Twitter. We're trying to appeal to the Zoomers and the millennials.
I'm not trying to appeal to anybody except for myself, and that barely works.
All right.
Okay, sorry.
So, Matt, the other Minotaur,
Right,
Matt the
Matt.
Minotaur.
Does he have a name tag?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's not.
Do they have badges?
Matt does not. Everyone else has. Everyone else
Oh,
you've
Matt doesn't-
seen has had some kind of
Is he
badge or
naked?
emblem. Yeah,
He's naked?
he's naked.
Just walking around, no clothes?
No clothes.
I mean, I guess Newegg
Matt.
is.
No armor?
No armor. No
I
nothing.
am not. I wear. First of all, I wear armor. Second of all, I am wearing a torn prison guard's outfit, like the Hulk.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's right. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you
Jeez.
were naked.
Yeah. Clear. I mean, waist down. Yeah.
No. Okay, fine.
Amber Newick
no.
has never been house trained.
Let's get it straight.
Like it is. It
looks-
is. You guys don't talk about it, but it's a thing.
Wait a
So
minute.
does he like go as he walks? Like
Yes.
A wizard? Are you like a
Okay.
wizard in J.K. Rowling's world?
We've had this discussion, but yes, he is,
Okay.
and that's why his tail is constantly encrusted with poop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
Yep.
I'd like to point out that Gerlach wears a minimum amount of clothes, just in general.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right.
So if
Are you
anybody
wearing clothes
could see
today?
him, they
Loincloth.
would see.
I feel like Gerlach is like an evil Ken doll, though. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think you were grossly mistaken there.
Oh man.
Brimstone wears clothes, right?
Hmm?
Brimstone wears clothes, right?
Brimstone wears like
He doesn't have
no-
a shirt.
he doesn't have a shirt. No shirt is a thing for Brimstone.
No shirt, gloves.
Unless he says otherwise. Your default costume Brimstone, no shirt, just like a cool pauldron thing. He looks like a Mortal Kombat character.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, mhm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like he looks like Shao Kahn and a dragon mixed together.
But
And
if,
basically,
if he
yeah, go
didn't
ahead.
wear pants, it wouldn't matter because like
Nah.
lizard junk like retracts into them. Like
looks
he wouldn't have
very shape of water. Yeah.
he wouldn't have a big set of danglies.
Milana is. Oh, of course we understand. She looks like she's just like a bird cage that's been draped over with a black cloth floating around.
Mhm.
And
Sure.
now we
Mhm.
know that she has long toenails that hang down.
Mm-hmm.
The cloth doesn't cover the toenails.
And of course, it is established canon that Azrael wears a $600 T-shirt.
Mhm, mhm.
Yes. Yep. Just a white T-shirt that costs $600.
Yep.
Correct.
It's a special kind of white T-shirt.
And
Blinding white.
if he ever turns on his sun powers, you can't see anything. It's basically like looking directly at the sun, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Now that we know exactly what we're wearing,
Heck yeah.
we can move on.
Very important. So yeah,
And Matt is naked.
Matt is naked. Matt the Minotaur walks you through a giant maze. Nuak, you have no problem with it. Everyone else may have some issues if they really want to keep track. And one thing that is slightly different that even Nuak, you're like, oh, this is kind of different, is you start going down. Most mazes, I say traditional mazes are like one story. You start going downwards.
Yeah.
So you come to multiple staircase, and you go down probably about at least four stories. I will go with 4 stories. So you're like, you must be subterranean at this point, you assume. And then Matt opens up he opens up a door. This is the first door. He comes to a door. This is the first door you've seen out of this whole place. He opens it up, and you come into a pretty much pitch black room.
Does he open it like a normal door?
He does, yes.
Okay.
It's like a pitch black room, but there's a cone of light that falls down, and there is 2 chairs in the middle of the cone of light. And you walk in. I guess not everyone has dark vision, though. People have dark vision. It's just a very plain room, except for these 2 chairs.
Who does not? Amber, I guess.
Yeah, Milana.
I think Milana has low light.
Yeah, I think I have a little light.
Okay, you might. Or what about Brimstone?
I think Brimstone had low
Brimstone
light.
Okay.
has dark vision.
Okay,
Taste everything in the room.
all right. So you all are good. It's still a plain room. There's another door on the other side of this room, but Matt stops it, like allows you all to come in if you want. 1 second. And yeah, he allows you to come in if you want. He goes in himself, and he looks to you, Gerlach, because I think you're the one that kind of spilled like what you're really here for. And so he looks at you, Gerlach. He's like, I can go get the suspects that you wish to question, and you may have a talk. And he like motions to the 2 chairs.
Okay. Do we take the chairs? There's too many of us to sit in all these chairs.
Only one at a time.
Well, what's special about the chairs?
You sit there, and only the ones in the light can hear.
Wait, so these were like. So there's like 2 chairs are in the light, like kind of like a spotlight almost.
Yeah.
And only the people in the spotlight can hear each other, and
Yep.
nobody else can hear anything outside of the spotlights.
Correct. So yeah, you're right. Anyone that's not in the light cannot hear the conversation that's happening in the light.
Okay. So it's almost like a telephone, I guess. It in the way that like nobody else outside can hear what's the conversation that's going on in the light.
I guess you could think about it that way, yeah.
But is it the reverse way around? Is what I asked Matt. Nobody can hear what people are saying in the dark.
I'll go with yeah. He's like, yes, correct.
Okay, so it's like so being in the light is essentially like, even though like the way I'm imagining it is like there's the 2 spotlight things, even though they're 2 separate things to spotlight, being inside of them is like being in its own separate
Yeah, they're
room.
touching, they're overlapping. You can go with that.
They're
yeah.
overlapping, but it's like being in its own separate room. And even though you're both in the light and the dark, I guess. Like you're either in the dark or you're in the light, and it's basically like being in a different room where you can only hear in one room or the other.
Right.
Hopefully,
Yeah, and
that's what I'm
it's
saying.
yeah, that's good enough. Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to sit in the chair?
Well, I kind of think that since would be my minions, that I should probably be talking to them to identify whether or not all these murderers are my minions.
Mm-hmm.
So is he just gonna have like a line of murderers waiting to come in the room?
If you ask him about it, he's like, do you know who you need?
All your recent mass murderers.
All of the recent notes.
Okay.
Should have been a bunch of them brought in recently.
I will go get them. We can only do this one at a time.
I'm
What?
really only one at a time.
Yes. You said you need to question them.
Yeah, you can't. You got question 10 or so at a time.
This is not the way.
Makes
There's
it
only
faster.
one chair.
People can, sit on the floor, stand, whatever, lean.
I am just following orders of Ulda.
Who?
Who is this Ulda?
The one that raised me.
I remember him mentioning her, knowing that earlier.
I think it's interesting. We think Ulda's her.
Her, yeah, could be anybody actually. But
Maybe it's like the vowel sound at the end. I don't know.
probably.
Mm-hmm.
So the dude would be Uldor. Uldan.
Uldan.
Their kid is
Maybe-
Udalet
Could we
and
get a little
Udalito.
more information about this Ulda from Matt? Maze?
I don't know.
Yeah,
You,
who's Ula?
so you just say
Matt,
that
what's this,
Yeah.
Who's this Ulda person you keep talking about every now and then?
Ulda is the one that raised me. They are the one that oversees where we are.
Overseas where we are is kind of like
Where do they?
saying
Where do they
you're
live?
being tracked on a GPS.
Where do they work? Where exactly is their office?
I do not know since I never left here
How long have you been here?
for as long as I can remember.
Were you
When you
small at
say-
one point in time?
No.
When you say overlooks where we are, do you mean overlooks this specific area of the prison?
I do not know.
You,
you-
don't know anything outside of this place, correct?
I know only here. And they kind of motion.
Were you ever a baby?
I do not remember being one.
Okay. Do you remember being a toddler?
I do not remember being one.
Do you remember a
remember the
time
first
where
time you
some
scraped
things
your
were bigger
knee?
than you?
No.
Do you bleed?
Do I bleed?
Yeah, just asking, just out of curiosity.
I need to roll. Because I don't know if they would have been. I'm rolling to see if they've been in a situation that caused them to bleed to begin with. Stuff comes out of my body when I am cut. I assume that's bleeding.
Is it red like blood?
No.
What color is it?
Green. All people, minotaurs, bleed green, and they look to Newek like for
Newek?
confirmation.
No, that's not true, and I will cut myself and show him.
No, let me catch you first.
Wow. Let's all just descend upon Newek. Like, no, minotaurs bleed like this, and then
Yeah, and if you cut his neck, it bleeds like this, and if you cut his leg, it bleeds like this.
And as you do that, Newek, they are surprised. You can see surprise on their face, right?
I think you're being lied to, Matt.
I think he's immune. Just saying. Princeton's whispering to the other.
I think Ulda's been lying to you, Matt.
No.
I don't
Ulda
think-
wouldn't.
Ulda
don't
called
think
you a minotaur and said you were a minotaur.
I am a
I
minotaur.
can't even say minotaur, right? What the fuck is that?
Minotaur.
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 Or a minotaur.
Just because he bleeds
Matt,
a different color.
Are you sick?
Matt, are there
Matt?
microchips in your blood?
Has your body been replaced by microchips and nanomachines?
What was the question before? The
I said-
microchip thing?
Oh, I don't even know. I was like, are you sick?
Oh, are you sick? That's a good question. I am not. I am here.
Do you dream?
Can I examine him?
Um,
Yeah, as a godbound of like health or whatever
Sure.
the hell you are.
Whatever. Yeah.
Where's
think-
my murderers?
So I'll answer Milan's real quick, and then we'll go to you, Chris, or to Azrael. Does he dream? He's like, I have dreams. Yes. Yes, I have dreams.
Are they electric sheep?
Wow.
Uh,
That's obscure.
Thank you. That's right.
Very nice. It's a very Philip K. Dick of you.
Mm-hmm.
all right. So what are you doing, Azrael? Yeah. What's going on?
I just kind of want to gonna be like, hey Matt, I'm gonna poke you a little bit. I'm not gonna hurt you or anything. Just give me a sec.
I'd like to think that this whole time Gerlach has been sitting in the circle of light, waiting for his first guy,
Yeah.
and
Hearing none of this.
and hearing none of this.
Oh my god. Yes. You're like,
Just sitting there going, "Where's my murderers?" And
Yeah.
they can't hear me.
right.
So
For all the times that I have had to suture Nuex wounds with magic,
Mm.
I feel like I have a good understanding of like Minotaur physiology,
Mm.
at least to some extent. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? What is
Sure. Like, what's your intelligence or wisdom? Which one is your best?
wisdom?
Yeah, go ahead and roll wisdom. And we'll just do straight. Yeah, that's fine. Unless you have some kind of fact to give you a bonus.
I don't. I got an 11 versus a 7.
Okay. So you're poking around. So what's your goal, or what are you trying to figure out here?
I'm trying to figure out what he really is, or
Okay.
if he is an actual Minotaur.
Yeah. So you're like poking around, and like what a minotaur is supposed to feel like. It sounds weird.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Like I have him lift his arm and I touch the grandma flop or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And after a while, like Matt is. They're just kind of looking at you strangely as you do this, but you all seem nice or whatever. And you see you're just poking Matt, and you poke, like, in my head, I'm like, it's like you poke his butt, like we're supposed to be really firm, like the gluteus maximus kind of thing. And it ripples, it like gives away and ripples. And you watch this ripple, and it goes through his back and down his legs. Like it's like you poked a certain place where like his whole back just rippled. And it's like
made Matt's ass clown.
Sorry. I was thinking up and down, not side to side.
Undulating ass. We all see this. We're horrified.
Like it's not real kind of thing.
It's rippling. It's like it's physical, right? It's like Matt is here. It's just he shouldn't move like that. It's not magic. It's not an illusion. It's of like that sort. It's just a minotaur manner of that shouldn't move like that.
I'll tell Milana and see if I'll
full
point
of
it out and be
Yeah.
like, hey, you know what the hell this is?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a knowledge as well.
You guys, I read a story like this to
Knowledge booty.
Gem before. It's called Booty. He's full of monster blood. Called-
I rolled my intelligence check is 3. I rolled a 10.
Okay. So what? Yeah. What does this look like? What are you trying to figure out, Milana?
Well, if it's not magic, and if it's not an illusion,
Yeah,
then
is he like a shape changer or something?
what is
locked in
wrong
that
with
form?
what is wrong with his molecules? Like, why is he a liquid? Is he a solid? Is he gaseous? Like, is he plasma? What's going on?
He's a T2000.
So yeah, you're trying to figure this out, and like you've been invisible. I kind of view it as most of the time you were trailing everyone, right?
Yeah, sure. I always usually keep behind. And
Yeah.
watching and observing.
And you're kind of looking at Matt, and you are kind of like thinking back in your head, like flashbacks of this, like trying to remember, like those observations as you're walking down there, and you noticed, or you're in these flashbacks, you recollect like Nuex hoofs move a certain way. There's a certain canter to how a minotaur walks, right?
Okay, sure, yeah.
And you never saw Matt completely like there's not the same foot
He's a
action.
ghost.
No, not the same exact foot action. Like you notice that like his hoof would actually kind of extend.
Okay.
Like if it's flat, when his hoof goes upwards and it's supposed to leave the ground, it would just kind of extend itself and then come back down and produce.
Is he made of plants?
Produce that sound?
Is he made of
jelly.
spaghettis?
No, he's not made of spaghettis.
He's made of Jello.
With that kind of information, one would assume, or it would
Is there
be
a creature or something that I had recognized in the
so it'd be like
multitudes of information
right.
absorbed over the years?
You come to, I would think the best way to realize it, you come to the realization you're in something, and Matt is acting like a lure.
Matt, I told you guys. I freaking told you guys. We're gonna
Wait.
go into a room and it's gonna be Matt. Matt is gonna be the room, and
So Matt
This is
is
just-
like the light on top of the deep sea
he's
fish.
anglerfish. Look, I get huddle up, group. Huddle up. Group.
Group.
We're
We're
gonna
being digested
huddle up.
currently.
I'm gonna pull.
Can we get
Gerlach
Gerlach out of the light?
Where's my murderers?
He's just been fuming. For
So
the
do you
last
go
10
tell-
minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm putting an
probably,
order for murderers
Huddle,
like an
huddle,
hour
huddle,
ago.
huddle, huddle.
Huddle,
Look,
huddle.
this thing, Matt, he's like an appendage to whatever area we're in right now. We're inside of something.
Which does explain why he has such a
We're
dumbass
inside
name
a
like Matt.
building. Yes.
We're inside the worst prison
Could you-
ever.
Could you clarify what we're inside exactly?
It's some sort of being or entity that is only purpose I could probably is probably to digest us slowly and absorb us. For
What's
that is
the-
what these kind of creatures do.
What's
Can I
the
make
thing
a
in the back
pregnant?
of your throat? Is that your ula?
Ooh,
Just ask.
The Abdullah oblongata. Yes.
No, that's your
Ood-
brain. That's in your
Olda.
brain.
Yes, the Udula oblongata is attached to the back of your throat, which is connected to your brain. Duh.
So you're saying that Matt is the back of somebody's throat?
Sort of.
Ooh,
That's
his
good
throat.
enough. Yeah. Whatever. That works.
Oh, now I get the connection you're making. Okay, yeah. Whatever
Anyway,
the thing that raised Matt.
if we follow
Ula.
him,
Well, we need to get out of here.
we need to find.
Where's the murderers?
Are there murderers in here?
So as you say that, Matt's like, "I shall go get one," and you see him walk towards the door, open it up, and
Quote unquote walk. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just floating. He's like connected to the floor,
Yeah.
moving around the floor.
like
Do I actually know any of my murderers who were arrested?
sure,
Like,
absolutely, yes,
yeah,
yes,
sure,
yes.
you should have,
Members,
because
you
like we
should.
all played them. Remember?
I
We
have
ordered
the
pizza.
constant ability to tell where something is that I want to rescue from a place
Okay.
Oh.
that I want to free.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. So yeah, I'm just going to start running through my mental Rolodex of murderers, going, "Nope, he's not here. Nope, he's not here.
Oh, yeah.
No, she's not here." Do I find any murderers in this vicinity?
Yeah, 9 of them.
Of my own murderers.
Yes, you feel you get that presence feeling, and like
So they are here.
9 of them are here, and like a little time passes, and then the door opens up, and there's one of your cult members, Gerlach.
Yeah, it only works for things that are being held or guarded. So yeah. Great. Well, sit down in the light with them
All right.
while you guys figure out what to do with Matt. So, how's it going?
Sucks.
The murdering I'm
Oh.
at. Are you still murdering?
I was until like a few days ago, and I'm here.
So, did you do something stupid to get caught?
I was just following the tenets. I just didn't.
Yeah, but there was the whole tenet about not doing stupid stuff and getting caught. Did you reach that one of the list?
I was doing torture, gather information, murder.
And were you framing Priest of Palor?
I don't see that here in the tenets, so I'm going to go with no.
Wow. So tell me about the murdering you were doing at the time you got caught.
Well, it was a paladin, and they were, on their horse, and so I first cut off the horse's leg, and then it fell over, and
Nice, very
then
nice.
I, grabbed on and kind of bent his neck back and kind of pinched it, and they go into detail about killing a paladin.
And Gerlach's like, okay, well, that's pretty nice. Very, very nice. All right, well, are they feeding you well in here?
No, there's weird
Well-
green stuff that comes from the ceiling and goes into our mouth.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Some
I
people
can't hear
pay
that.
Some people pay good money for that. Be grateful.
So they feed you with green drippings from the ceiling?
Something like that. It seems to have a mind of its own.
Does it hurt?
It tingles.
Are you full of it now? Have you been eating well?
I'm full of it, but I don't feel full. I feel bloated.
Does he look bloated?
I guess Gerlach would know that kind of stuff. Sure, yes. With Gerlach's trained eye, yes.
Don't all humans look bloated to
Yeah, that's what I was kind
They
of
do.
thinking. Yeah.
That is the. Does he look rounder than a normal human?
Yeah.
They really
Okay.
are replacing their bodies with nanomachines.
Well, all I'm gonna say is, if the opportunity should come that you need to get out of here, the opportunity should come for you to get out of here. Just follow along,
Okay.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Go, Skipper.
And so what, do you motion for Matt? Or what? He's like,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
And so Matt takes this person. He's like, do you want another?
Oh yes, another, please.
So-
That one had lots of great information.
So Matt takes him away, and I don't... You have a few moments before the next one comes if you all want to say or plan or do anything.
Wait, let's get in the light real quick.
I was gonna say, Gerlach, do you want to tell us about the goopy stuff?
Yeah.
Yes,
Is
yes.
there enough light for us?
It's
all?
very tight, but you could all comically probably like get into this light.
We all stick
I
our
would
heads
just like
in.
to point out that we are buying into this idea that the light that nobody can hear except for the people in the light.
I would
They could have
agree with
just
that.
made that up.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Well,
So-
No, we have a lot of proof. You were crying silently for.
I was complaining, that's
Oh,
for
well.
sure.
That's true.
Yeah, but
All right.
that just
But
means
assuming,
the creature that is the jail or whatever, like
Yeah.
it could still be listening in.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Just because we can't hear and then they can't hear whoever's in the light
That's
doesn't mean
very
that
true.
something else can't hear from both ends.
Right. But let's pretend we think that, I guess, so we can all have this conversation in the light. I will explain, and I was not privy to any of the goop green mat stuff conversation. So I would like to explain that, yeah, they're feeding him from drippings of the ceiling, like algae or something. It sounds gross.
It's-
The more
Plus,
I hear
he
about
got
this
fat.
place-
I
What?
can't. He got fat. Look at him. Can you see him waddling out of here?
What?
Stupid humans.
They're forcing them to eat green goop.
They're fattening him up to feed in this monster cell.
No wonder other Matt didn't want to come in here.
Right?
That explains a lot now.
That explains a whole lot.
And then Chris was trying to give me squint eye when I was trying to get Matt to come into this room, into here.
Oh no, that they're forcing people to eat goop in here.
Was this planned before I opened my mouth about this being a monster cell? A
See,
giant.
that's like the hallmark of a Josh game. You don't know whether you invented it or whether he already had it in his head.
I can
and
show you.
we will never know.
I can show you the timestamp of this Google Doc of when I typed what this jail is.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You
It
doctored
just got to the point where I've just apparently have played in too many games of Josh's, and yeah. What if jail was mimic?
What if?
jail? What if
So-
jail gelatinous cube?
As he returns, I assume my last friend Skipper
Yep.
to his jail cell, I will use my ability to kind of bookmark
Yep.
mentally where my minions are being held.
Yeah. Yeah.
and then wait for another person to
Yep,
come in.
another one comes in.
Is it really one of my people, or is this
Yeah.
yeah. So far, I'm like, two for two
Yep.
for my murderers ruling the murder roost.
Well, they were the most recent. That's what you asked for.
Right. No, I think it's great. If I could take the corner of the market on mass murder in the community, that'd be great.
Oh, you're gonna interrogate another one?
Yeah, same
Okay.
basic conversation. Trying to get a sense of what the building looks like outside of this room, though.
So that's what you want to ask them this time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so same conversation, or however you want, but yeah, they're like, we get put into stone. We get kind of shoved up into stone, and it just kind of molds around us and gets all wet and damp and moist.
We gotta destroy this place.
That was not exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting you to tell me you had a nice cell,
No,
lots of walking room.
my feet haven't touched the ground for 4 days.
Wow. And you've been living on goop from the ceiling.
I am very hungry
Wait.
and very bloated.
Oh no!
I hate the phrasing of that, Josh. Please stop it. God.
I'm so hungry.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I think that's a better way. He's like, "Do you have any food?
Do I have any food on me? This is Gerlach, so probably not.
You got bags of blood,
Oh.
I guess."
Yeah.
When in this campaign has Gerlach ever carried edible food?
Yeah.
I mean, when he posed for a photo once, holding bread.
That's true.
That's right.
I was framed.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, in the darkness, we can't hear anything, and we're like eating turkey legs.
Yes, we've pulled out our dungeon rations.
So,
Better have a snack.
I will motion to Matt to take this one back.
Yep.
Tell the guy to keep up the faith. We had skippers, so this must be Gilligan.
So yet again, you all have a moment where Matt is not here.
Oh,
as
what's
he
up
goes-
with that?
I explained the whole absorbing into the walls, feet not touching the floor, getting fed goop from the ceiling.
We gotta destroy this place.
Yeah, like I don't understand how he walked from building to building and didn't touch the ground.
Oh, they're all being held in this building, right?
Yeah, he was implying he's being held in this building.
Oh.
So for 4 days, he's been in his moist stone enclosure.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds gross.
Eating green drippings and being bloated.
And not actually feeling full.
Does anybody have a turkey leg? We can throw him a turkey leg on his way out the door.
Nope. Fresh out of turkey legs as I
Can't hear you.
scoot some turkey legs under a chair. Fresh out of turkey legs. What kind of monster is this? Now that I've got more evidence,
Sure.
do I know like
You are fairly certain that you are inside a giant mimic.
Well, we started our adventures getting beat up by a mimic.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I think I should do a reprisal, but this time it's fucking huge, and they're inside in
Happened to our mimic bucket.
at the.
He's still around.
Yeah,
He was with me through the whole adventure.
Okay.
I say that generally he is with me. I
So
just
Bucket
feed-
is with you?
Yeah, if we kill, I usually feed him little bits of it.
Can Bucket talk to this big mimic?
I don't know if Bucket's smart enough. He's still pretty young.
What aren't Buckets? I mean, mimics are freaking smart, aren't they?
No, they
Yeah,
are.
he's smarter than I am.
No, that he is, but like the maturation process, he's probably like a mimic toddler by now.
We can go with that.
You should see if he can communicate.
Yeah, pull out bucket.
I can speak with any intelligent creature. Like that's part of my word. So if I want to speak to the jail, I can.
Sounds great.
Go for it.
If I want to
If
speak to
can
the
hurt
You
jail,
should
I
be doing
can.
that.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Are we ready for that?
I mean,
Yes,
yeah.
What would
like
the goal? of
minute
that
by
con-
minute, I'm freaking out here.
What would the goal
Yeah,
of
like,
that
I'm-
conversation be?
I'm like on the breaking point of using one of my vengeance gifts to locate other Matt and then using him as a way to get out of here as fast as possible.
I don't want to
You
be in
treat
here much
this, you know?
longer.
Yeah, but okay, I agree with that. But what would I get out of that conversation?
Well,
Hey,
I'd like to find out whether this mimic is enslaved or whether it's doing this willingly. If it's enslaved, maybe we can free the mimic and bust the whole jail out of itself.
Jailbreak the jail.
Yes, exactly.
To be fair,
Yes.
it hasn't done anything malicious to us yet. So that could be a possibility. And I agree with Gerlach on that point.
That is in line with my tendency to collect evil Pokemon. So,
And monsters, random monsters
yes, that's the
for
evil,
Newark. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll go in a corner and try and talk to the jail.
What's up, Jill?
Yeah, what does this look like? What do you say? What is going on?
Okay, yeah, I'll just like get it in the corner and just like pet a wall and be like, "Hey, buddy. Hey, are you in there? You up?
As you
Why
do,
don't, why don't you talk to me for a second?"
as you do that, the wall ripples.
What kind of rippling? Like
Aggressive.
It's just more like reacting to your touch.
You want me to come in? I'm just gonna let you know if you eat me, I'm gonna go supernova and burn your guts out.
And as you say that, the door opens and Matt walks back in, and this time with no prisoner, and walks to you, or walks into you, Azrael.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna be talking through Matt. Is that how we're doing this?
I believe.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
What is it that you want?
Okay.
I see you know who I am.
Well, I mean, you are pretty goopy. What's up, Gerlach?
I would like to sneak out of the room and go looking for my murderers
All right.
while you got the attention of the
The consciousness.
yeah
You can roll stealth. And it'll be +8 to obstacle.
+8 to
Yep.
obstacle.
Kind of hard to stealth around inside the thing that you're in.
Yeah.
If you're not touching the floor,
Talking about Josh,
Touching it.
parasites do it all the time.
just hover.
Just
True.
Like I am.
yeah.
Like for all I know, there could be a worm in my colon right now.
Probably like 300 worms in my colon right now.
So, being a skulk, does that count as a fact for any
Yes. I'll give
bonus
you
on
+4
this?
to that. So
All right,
+4 to your roll, but
and-
your obstacle's +8.
And stealth would be a
Dex.
Dex. 1 second. You guys can go talk.
Okay,
talk
we can
amongst
do.
yourselves
Let's talk
while I-
then, or
You
we
should
can
be-
talk a little as you're
If
on.
you should be. I think you have a 19 dex, don't you?
Mhm.
So this obstacle will be like
2
a 9
plus
with
4
it. So
plus
1
8
plus
is
8, 9, or whatever.
whatever. He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you like, are you trapped, or is this what you want to do with your life?
Ulda keeps me fed, and I am happy.
Happy, or just like content, or like, is there any wiggle room in that?
I do not think so. I am here. I grow big, all the time. I am fed very well.
We can all hear this conversation, I assume.
Yeah,
I would assume it's not like telepathic.
no, you can hear it.
So I don't. What are the chances that you end up eating us? Like,
Matt, told you may come in and interrogate who you have had, and when you are done, you may leave.
let's say hypothetically we wanted to take some people out with us. Do you think that that could be arranged, or is that going to be an argument?
If you do not have permission from Ulda, it would be a problem.
So we would need to talk to Ulda. Is she in here somewhere?
No. But I can get them if you want.
I'll look over at the team. I mean, do we want that?
I am kind of curious who this Ulda is, but I'm also curious about what Mind Matt's connection with Mimic Matt is. You know what I mean? Like,
I
He
think
already said-
Mind Mat is part of the mimic.
No, he already said that the name's a coincidence, I thought.
I know that, but it seems like there is sort of a connection between the two, or is it because he mentioned that there's another Matt, blah 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 blah, and I don't know. It sounds like, and especially since Mind Matt has a key to this place, like he did the magic hand thing and then got the door to open to the mimic essentially. So
Or-
there's clearly some kind of connection between the two.
Or is it even locked? And he
Or
just
is it even locked? Who knows?
and then Matt, the big mimic, is like, okay, yeah, come in.
Yeah. There's
Um,
and then there's Ulda in the mix, who clearly raised Mimic Matt and whatever, and whoever that is. Anyway,
is your name really Matt? Is that what we're going with?
Yes.
Shame.
Does Matt stand for mimic as terrain?
Oh,
Just asking.
that's good.
So, Josh, on my stealthing out of here, under my prowling power ability, it says that I can use my ability to pass sight unseen against worthy foes, but they get a spirit save.
Oh.
So, which would be easier for me to?
I will do the spirit save then.
Should I make a roll to see if I do
Nope.
it and then? Okay.
Nope, I'll just do the spirit save.
Okay.
Okay. I passed unless Newick wants to. No, you.
I haven't rolled anything to bank one.
Yeah, I passed.
All right. So it knows that I'm moving about.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get outside, or does it let me get outside?
You mean through the door he's been going
Yeah.
through?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna hope that it's distracted enough that even doing my best to be stealthy, but there we go.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna go look for the closest of my minions,
Sure. Yeah,
to see what this cage situation looks like.
Right. So, as you open up this door, like it has the hallway goes down, and then there's just like a wall that tees. But you can go around the T, and it's like, pretty much it's a wall to block vision. And around after you get around it, you just see for as much space as needed, you could say, of just all these prisoners just kind of hoisted up into these walls that look like stone, but they're all deformed, and it's just really moist back here. And you can just see like people are. Plenty of them have the look of like giving up on life. A lot of them look bloated. You can see the green goop falling down on some of them and being pretty much force fed. I would even say at this point, you see one of the people, not one of yours, but another person, literally just burst, just explode, and green comes out of them, and their blood and their organs just fall to the floor. And as it falls to the floor seems to just kind of raise up and encase it and bring it in, like bringing it down into as if it wasn't there.
So is it like dropping stomach acid into them or something?
Yep.
Gross.
Wow.
that's right. Monster blood, just like in freaking Goosebumps.
Oh my god, that's right.
Everything is goosebumps.
So is the room itself, is it big? I mean, can I see like, oh, there's my 9 people?
Yeah, they're just
somewhere?
kind of up there, just kind of hoisted up there, and just kind of encased in this slimy, molded stone in quotes.
Well, I'll go back in the other room. And go wandering around, poking at the walls. Do they all feel like they're stone?
Yeah,
But they don't like ripple when you push them or
No.
anything like that.
you're not saying sweet nothing stuff. I mean,
Maybe that's my problem. I haven't tried to seduce the mimic yet.
So
Well, what's stopping you? I guess.
so Matt kind of looks in Gerlach's general direction and then looks back to you, Azrael. Is like, you know my secret. You know how they are held. You have time to talk with them.
Okay. All right. So he doesn't he wants to eat us because he wants to eat everything, but he doesn't. He's not especially malevolent otherwise.
No, he doesn't. You definitely got from this conversation. He doesn't want to eat you all because you have permission to be here. You're here on business to interrogate these people, and that's what Matt's expecting. Now mentioning that, we want to take them, it's like, well, Matt is expecting that you need to have some kind of permission if you didn't want to fight them.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, was our initial purpose to keep Gerlach's cult from squealing and bringing attention down on Matthias? Because I don't see that happening in this situation.
Yeah, so the goal is to rescue his followers before they squeal. Before they give up the key information that would kind of, put it all together.
Right. Who's going to come in this place and interrogate these guys besides us? Because it's big time creep show in here. And I mean, if we tell Matt just to eat these guys quick, is that the easy way out, or does that hurt Gerlach's cult too much?
That would hurt Gerlach's cult. I would say if you let all of Gerlach's cult die, you will lose one dominion of generation next time you get dominion.
We've been generating dominion this whole time?
I gave you last session or a session prior.
Yeah.
Well, much as I don't like the idea of rescuing pathetic humans, I kind of feel bad since they're my minions. I kind of feel like I gotta get them out of here.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know exactly how to do that, I admit, but
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to do this too, and it's like
maybe
kill
I
the
should just
mimic
start.
is all I can think of.
Maybe I should just start asking Matt if he has other needs other than food.
Yeah. Go for it.
Seduce the
Yeah,
giant
so it's
mimic.
like-
Please seduce the prison.
Please seduce the person.
You know what? I got a high charisma. That's what we're using it for. Okay. All right, let's do it.
Seduce the prison.
So Matt, do you have any needs other than just food?
Luckily, I can say no. Because I believe, out of character, I always view mimics as budding to reproduce.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Maybe.
so
Makes
they
sense.
don't.
Think of a budding buddy.
Budding buddy.
okay.
Are you saying they don't have emotional needs? Come on.
Matt does not.
So my heist in hell ability allows me to identify something I want to steal and where it's located if it's being guarded, or being held somewhere in a safe location. How about the mimic's brain? Does it have its central consciousness being guarded somewhere
No.
in this building?
No.
Mm-mm. Okay.
Being mind Matt. Ah.
I should have written that down. Like, yeah, it was in Mind Matt.
He controls it. The other Matt controls the mimic Matt. Oh.
No, I can't remember. Is it our fault they're both named Matt?
No.
Is
No,
this our
by design.
Patreon sponsors?
Patreon sponsors. Yes, all the names I've used so far tonight have been Patreon sponsors. Thank you very much.
So I've noticed too, yeah.
Yes, I feel bad for wanting to kill a Patreon sponsor's Matt, but
Patreon sponsor Rudy is lucky that he didn't get shanked.
Can I get any sense, whether it's using a miracle or something, of how I would go about murdering this entire freaking prison?
Is that easier than stealing 9 people?
I don't think we can steal just 9 people. I think if we free them, we're going to have to fight the whole prison anyway. So yeah, I'm wondering if I can figure out, and I don't know if there's a power that would do this. I haven't read through all of them again. It's been so long.
Yeah, I don't.
But I'm like, can I get any hint of a plan by using a miracle on what it would take to kill this thing?
So yeah, I have also an idea potentially where it's so many people have probably died in here. There's probably, I don't know if they're fully digested. Like, do the bones get digested as well?
Over time, mimics would digest bones as well. Yes. It's not instantaneously, but over time, yes, the bones do get dissolved.
Well, and I just saw somebody, their guts drop out right just a second ago.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, I'll let John, you could do what you are going to do, but another option is I thinking like overwhelming this mimic with just lots and lots of animated skeletons.
It's true. I wonder what the defensive structure of the inside of a mimic is like.
Probably horrifying. Release all the acid.
Release the white blood cells.
Yeah. Like a bunch of more mats come out.
Should have written that down. Maybe it'll still happen if that happens.
Damn it. Sorry.
No, I already had an idea of if one were to go hostile.
Because the only way I can see to break my people out individually is I would have to go in there and climb all over the walls to get to their little concrete cells.
We could always talk to Ula or whatever the warden's name is.
That's not going to go well.
Does
It's
anybody?
not. I mean, it may not, but it may be better than this.
Does anybody have any cool teleport abilities?
I can teleport.
I can sort of port.
No, I can teleport.
I don't think
I
can
can't take
teleport.
anybody with me.
Well, the thing is if somebody can teleport, right? If you recall what happened last time, somebody can teleport, but they'll have to do something to piss me off. And then if I wanted to, I can use my vengeance ability to like teleport as many people as I need to through your teleport ability. Like, even if you can't teleport somebody else, I can bring people with me. Like, if they're part of my entourage. I did that before with like a whole group of people into the safe.
But it was just the 5 of us. It wasn't like
We had like a whole bunch of people like the last time it happened. Yeah. I can't remember what exactly the context was. I can't remember what we were doing, but I ended up teleporting myself, our party, and some other people who decided to come with us into the safe. I think it was the goblin.
Oh yeah, it was the vampire stuff, wasn't it?
The vampire stuff.
Yeah.
And I teleported like a whole bunch of people with me.
Yes. Yep.
I can basically only I can teleport 100 feet, but nobody can be watching me when I teleport.
Oh.
Which we've always kind of said is that nobody can see me. So if I'm hiding in the shadows, I can teleport 100 feet to another spot where they can't see me.
But it might be a little different when you're inside a mimic.
Right. I'm thinking it may not be useful at all in here.
But
because while it can't see because it doesn't have eyes, it certainly can sense me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would agree with that, John.
Yeah, fair enough.
Why are you looking at me? Stop looking at me.
I mean,
Can
otherwise,
we,
if I wanted...
can we make a call on what time of day it was when we left?
Whatever you want it to be, man.
Cool. As long as because I have to teleport to natural sunlight up to 1 mile away.
Okay.
So, Josh, on my using a miracle to figure out what it would take to kill this thing, do you have any suggestions that would be worthwhile? Does anything come to me? I guess.
Yeah, there wouldn't be. There would not be one singular move that would kill it. I think.
But there's not like a brain that we should go find or a heart.
From that perspective, there definitely are vital organs in a mimic that would help kill it. Yeah, if we were to kill that kind of stuff. but also like this mimic is colossal, or if not bigger, right? So it would take a little doing, even going after one organ, you could say.
Okay, how big is this building? We're
So it's
way
2
over.
stories high, and you're at least, you think, 4 stories below ground. So
Oh right, I forgot we went down.
yeah,
That's
so
that's
it's
unfortunate.
at a minimum 60 feet high, if not more.
Well, I don't like that very much, Josh.
I mean, we could try to have a conversation with Olda, and
That's true.
I mean,
I
like
think-
like worst.
I
Case
mean, I don't think
scenario,
it'll go well, but I don't
No.
see any.
Like,
I don't hear anything else that's going to go well
It's-
Like,
either.
worst
Yeah.
case scenario, what's gonna happen? Like, we have to fight the mimic anyhow.
I
bet
mean-
Well, I guess the worst case for me, I'm sorry, Amber, I didn't mean to talk over you.
No, you're fine.
The worst case for me is that they're going to know who we are. So we have a conversation with the head warden and say, hey, this is us. We're the evildoers. And by the way, we'd like to break out all these members of this cult.
Yeah, but you are Matthias, and I am Azrael. Like,
That's
we
true.
We could still politic our way into that. Why don't we ask Matt to stop digesting your serial
Well-
killers for a sec, in case they get released?
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, are mimics organic?
Yes,
In the sense of like, this stone isn't really stone.
right, correct. They are organic, and it's mimicking stone.
God,
But
we
it
could just
doesn't really
bust
have the
a hole through
consistency of
this.
stone?
Yeah, it has the consistency of stone.
It
But it's
feels
not-
like stone,
Right.
But like,
But-
But they can ripple and change at will, right?
Yeah, and like no one's really tried to smash it, but
No.
like from your Milana would know this, that like a mimic can look like whatever, right? Like chess, whatever, and it can feel like that. But when it comes to smashing time, like it doesn't break like stone or wood or whatever.
Yeah.
It's organic, going.
Look, we could just tunnel ourselves out of here. Like if we can concentrated force effort into a section of this using skeletons and the raw power that is Newark, we could bust a hole in the side of this.
true. But
Yes.
But how long would that hole stay open until it closes?
That's why
again?
you cram it full of skeletons.
I guess the point is that we don't have to do that yet. We can go talk to.
But why
Amber
would
wants
you-
to make a cyst inside the mimic.
But I'm going back to Gerlach's point. Why would we want to why would we want to compromise? I mean, I guess if we bust out, we've already compromised ourselves anyway, because it's like, oh yeah, these people came in
right.
to interrogate, and then now they're all gone with these exact 9 members of a cult.
And it doesn't help that Brimstone never like really goes in disguise. He's always Brimstone the blank.
Yeah.
Okay.
think-
So it doesn't
Mhm,
matter.
mhm.
So-
I would say, yeah, if we can do this quiet and not loud, it's probably better.
Well, we could make the case that we need to take those 9 because they've been implicated in an anti-pope plot, and we
Okay.
need to interrogate them back at our headquarters.
Okay, there you go.
Which is
All right.
reasonable.
Summon
yeah.
Ulda then.
Yeah. I'll talk to Matt and say,
Josh's
hey,
eyes.
we want to go talk to your mama or dada or other.
What time do we end this game on a given night?
Yeah, it's about this time. So this is a very good probably place of. Well, I'll say a little bit and then we'll wrap it, and we'll have to see what happens next time. So yeah, you tell Matt you want us to talk to Ulda, and Matt is like, they will be here soon then. And you feel the whole jail just kind of vibrate, and you feel this low tone run through your body. This low frequency just going through you. And after a little while, you see this gigantic, it's like at least the size of Newark, if not bigger, hooded figure with massive arms as thick as barrels, with chains wrapped around them, as they walk this kind of down the slope of what would be the jail, as the jail is parting itself to allow Ulda to enter. And now you've come across the demigod of command, constraint, and interrogation. And we will see what happens next time.
Are we gonna have a command off?
Yeah.
No, you do it. No, you do
You
it.
do it.
Why are you hitting yourself? Stop hitting yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You stop hitting yourself.
Yeah. So I'm glad everyone listening or watching or what have you. Thanks for watching or listen. I'm Josh Long. You can find me at Evil DM Josh. You can find this great show at anywhere you get your podcasts. Also at Geekspective.com. Where can they find you, Brother John?
They can find me at home, lying in bed, nursing my wounds because I ache in my face area, and it sucks. And also, they can find me on Twitter complaining about it, maybe on that drawer or at monochrome_guy.
Mm-hmm. Where can they find you, Amber?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at Rocket Orca, and lots of shows on Geekspective. So go to geekspective.com, look up Shapeshift, Red Mage, Blue Mage, Tabletop Babble, The Warren of Palo Grove, Bringing Owls to Athens, all that stuff. Go look at it. Go watch it. Good night.
Nice. Well, where can they find you, Dave?
Well, I mean, whenever your heart is black and you wish upon a moonless night, I will be there. But if you want me on Twitter, you can find me at Steady Minotaur. I mean, that's enough contacts. Like Black Heart, Moonless Night, and Twitter. Like
they can also send you an email at owls@geekspective.com.
Yes, at owls@geekspective. Yeah. Send us your life advice and questions, and we will answer it on an upcoming episode.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We're good at that. We have solved so many people's lives.
Yep.
I love your solutions for people's problems.
They're great.
You're great.
Where can they find you, Chris?
I do not exist.
There you go. Except in your heart. And where can they find you, John?
Well, you could find me at Twitter at CrosswaysGM, but I don't exist either.
Oh, my goodness.
I am an illusion at this point in my life.
Except for Tabletop Babble.
Yes, which I haven't done much with in a while. So
I liked your episode, though.
Thank you.
And that's it. We're going to say bye.